roll.
Shit,
What
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's happening? And we are somewhat earlier.
Then a
We
mug.
promised eventually we would be. I know we promoted for 8 o'clock, but we're niggas.
At least we're here.
Hey,
We had
guys.
chicken
Yeah.
and we niggas.
We absolutely had
And
chicken.
Kim's watching.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
And Eb's watching. Hey, Eb.
Hey, baby.
And Cece watching. Hey, Cece.
Hey,
We appreciate y'all for being here.
Thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world,
But
you're here with us.
That's good for our ego. Thank you.
I got a big ego.
What? Such a big ego. What?
I got a big
Ego.
ego.
So suck my big
Ego.
ego.
So stroke my big ego. I like to joke around a little bit, but here we go.
So this week's episode is about daddy issues.
So this is daddy issues.
How many of us have daddy issues?
Wrong hand, Kim. Diamond, wrong hand.
Oh,
Wait.
But
Oh,
I don't look like that from my
You know what's
right.
funny?
Daddy
you know what's
wasn't
funny about
there
that?
to take me to
So
the
listen,
fair.
I'm a lefty, right? Me and Ashley, so we suck our left hands. They're righties, so it's
So
their right
easily,
hand.
yeah.
So you see how the left-minded people who are always right was like, I got the wrong hand, and they switched.
why does that have to be the right hand?
Because you're a follower. Right here.
Or
Boom. Or we just thought that it was a whole unanimous thing and we were all
I didn't
doing
know
the same
that we
thing.
all had to be on the same
Wait,
hand.
but hang on. You know how, Diamond? You're supposed to be on Instagram. You're on Facebook.
Kim is supposed to be on Instagram.
I
Kim
told
said
you
she
I
wanted
was
to do
doing
Facebook.
Kim said Instagram, Facebook.
She said Facebook. I heard her say
And
I
I
wanted
said
Facebook.
before that I would be on
So one of you hoes need to leave Facebook and go
I ain't
on
leaving.
Instagram.
No. Kim said I was here first. So I'm staying.
So many
I hit it first.
And me whom? Well, we're
Okay.
just gonna, use our binoculars, our glasses over there. And
We'll switch half of
So
you.
just let you
Okay.
know, this episode's gonna get it's getting kind of heavy.
It's
So
getting-
we're gonna
It's
go ahead and get the light
getting
shit out the
hot.
way.
I'm also
okay?
going to try to be comedic relief through it all, like I am through life. I'm funny. I think I'm funny. I love
Funny
niggas laughing at
looking.
jokes. That too, occasionally. Yes, I do look a little funny sometimes.
Y'all like my
Tough,
new
but I'm still
glasses?
fine.
That's not her new glasses.
You gave it to me. The little girl
I
said you
didn't
did.
I did not give Ashley my glasses. The little girl said, "Oh yeah, you should let her have it." I said, "Well, what am I gonna see with?"
Is them prescriptions?
And then
Smart
I left
ass
the house.
said,
you
"Yeah."
can see
I love little kids. I love kids.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
I
This
can't
is
walk
why I
with them,
pranked
but I
them.
can
They
see.
thought they was going airtime. No.
She's childish, so she got childish
Yeah,
with
that
a
happened.
couple 6-year-olds.
Okay.
They got childish too. So
They
I think
7
it was
and they
fair.
got
They are
childish
child.
back.
She was like, "How old are you?" To one of the little girls. She was like 17.
17.
Minus 10.
Period.
Minus 10.
All right.
Kai was like, "She not 17."
Kai was like, I'm not gonna do it.
So guess what?
So,
Quick insert.
yes.
Winter is here.
Winter is here.
It
This is our
came.
current events.
It's here. This is our current event. Winter is here.
It is here.
Okay, Brandon's a fucking creep.
As
But
always.
I love him.
I love him so much.
He is
But
weird
And
as
he's so
Yeah.
creepy. My nigga B.
You know what?
Like,
I feel
whoa, Brandon,
I
give me
feel like
50
this.
On
Brand
the
was
third
on
eye.
his way to being this creepy, but that nigga really,
Uncle
Like-
Manny in my room. Bye.
that nigga really went off the edge when his homie Hodor died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hodor.
That's
See,
when he got
that is
the.
when he became the Raven for real. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
he
That's
did.
what-
Yeah,
That's what
right.
he said. It's time for you to become the Raven.
I mean, no, I'm saying, but
Okay.
that moment is
Yeah.
when it
It
was
solidified
it solidified all his
his
ties
storyline.
to his humanity because now he's a creep.
That's the brand there.
Yes,
Hold the door.
right. And once he realized you're the reason that Holder dead.
Oh Jesus!
Holder
Hold
all
the
his little life.
door.
Holder
Hold
was
on.
just a
He
regular
been
normal
stuck
fat
since-
8-year-old
hold on.
minding his business, doing his
It
Sudokus.
been
And
stuck.
all of a sudden, here comes this old ass nigga in my head telling me to hold the door, and I'm outside like ain't no doors.
And then, dang.
His whole life,
Let's pour a little
up
off
to
for my
him.
nigga Hodor.
One
Hold
time
the door.
for Hodor.
One time for Hodor.
I used my left hand that time.
He did.
I did
very
too.
good, very good, very good.
And she's using her
She's
right
Not that it
hand.
mattered.
She's
Oh,
still pouring some out for Hodor.
it's okay. You
It's
took it
alright.
hard. You
I
took
know,
it hard.
I know.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Little
There
drippage
goes
down your throat and your neck.
that. Sometimes it gets a little
escalated
messy.
quickly.
I never spill. This is
That
unbelievable.
escalated quickly. Well,
Anyway, though,
The
did
Bible
y'all peep
said.
John though when he went to see Brand for the first time?
Hold on,
He was
hold on,
like,
hold on.
he become retarded. That's what I thought he said.
Right.
And my mom,
And Brandon was like,
what up,
Hey, what's up? How are you?
What up,
You
cuz?
good?
What up, fam?
No, he
Been
was-
gone for a minute.
it felt like John was like, oh, my niggas!
Yeah,
Brand
he
And Brand was like,
hey,
the
yeah.
walkers are
What
coming.
up?
Right.
The walkers on the way.
We ain't got
The
time
bride
for this.
dead.
What's up, Anthony? Thanks for joining us.
It's a little dark here, sir. Jesus.
He is very weird.
He's very, very weird. He's such
But
a
the
freak.
fact that
I don't know, possibly. I don't know. No, I think she said that. I think they said Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. She did a quick
Alright.
hand count or something, and it didn't. The math wasn't right.
But
So,
she can
yeah.
do
The
math.
fact that
She can
John
math
is
sometimes.
Targaryen.
What's up? What's up, Ann?
Ooh, when Samwell was like, my nigga,
So
let
my
me
nigga,
tell
look,
you about how
you not who you think you are.
you're not a
You're not a
bastard.
star.
You a star though.
You will start,
And
but
you
you're
a
also a
Targaryen.
Targaryen. You're also
And
king
you the
of
rightful
the
king to
Seven
the
Kingdoms.
Seven Kingdoms. Like my nigga.
Oh, thank you. He love our energy.
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Like that shit was wild. I was like, oh, your real friends. Like,
But
a
I
fake bitch would have been like, that ain't none of my business.
I
I
love
would have
Right.
been like, wait, bitch, let me take.
Brand was
Yeah.
straight like when Sam came out, like, hey fam, he here, go tell him right now.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
Brand was like,
let's
I
get
can't,
this shit
I
out
can't
on
tell
episode
him.
one.
Listen,
Brand was like, I
that's
can't
me.
tell him.
That's
He
me.
trusts
Go
you.
tell him right
That's
now.
your
Right
boy.
now.
He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Go
That's
tell
your
him.
brother. It ain't. That's my cousin, and he like you. more
Look,
than me.
Brand,
So,
every time they brought it up, Brand was like, that ain't my brother.
it ain't my brother. That's more of my
Not me,
cousin,
sis.
really, but not really, because I'm a Raven.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I don't know who that nigga is.
Sus. He hit him with a look, sus.
we ain't
He
related.
like, ain't my damn brother.
Relate.
Look, and head turn. Ain't my
Then my
brother.
brother, somebody should tell him
wait,
who
he
he
was
is.
like,
And my man was like, what you doing out here? I'm waiting on
Brand hit
another
him with
friend.
my brother. Shit.
So, that's my nigga, but that's your homie, so you gonna tell him. That's your brother. You remember the night watch. Brothers forever.
Okay.
Go tell him.
Y'all players should do this
and y'all
shit.
both rogue.
So I just want to know. I just want to know. The end. Does anybody peep that Daenerys has turned into the Mad Queen?
Yeah.
You know
like
what?
her daddy.
Yeah.
Like her
Daddy
regular
issues.
Daddy issue. He wasn't even around. Baby got daddy issues.
Dang.
God
But
damn.
yes.
Daddy
yes,
wasn't
yes.
there to take her to the fair.
No.
But this bitch is turned into a whole monster. I was like, yo, Daenerys got to
Listen,
go.
I
I've been
said
sensing
that.
it though since the end of last season. I've been
Yes.
seeing her. It's been very, very, very slight. You have to go
Real
back and watch it.
subtle.
You see her very subtle
Change.
changes.
Yep.
This motherfucker said Sansa on that shit. She either gonna bend it in or she gonna die.
Yeah.
She didn't say it like that, I'm paraphrasing. But
But
she was
But
like,
basically,
he was like, bro, but she said Winterfell is yours. Like, what is you tripping on? But the bitch act like she don't like me. So
Here's
either
the
she gonna
thing,
kiss my ass or
sis.
she gonna die. I
Cause
was like,
Sansa
oh, she
like,
tripping.
cause Sansa looking at her like, who the
Who you, sis?
fuck is you?
Okay,
And then they telling me,
And I don't like Sansa.
right,
I
but I felt
detest-
her.
listen.
She was,
So-
he said, Winterfell is as beautiful as he said it was. She
She
like,
was
I
like-
know.
I
My
love it
baby
because she
mama.
looked her straight down. She went,
The kingdom is yours.
Winterfell is yours,
It's
your
yours,
grace.
all of it.
and that's all that matters though, because it's also what she needs to understand is one. You strolled in here. First off, there's already a queen of the Seven Kingdoms. We don't acknowledge that bitch, but there's already one here.
Yep.
You just got here, babe. You have to win
Who
the
are
throne
you?
to demand me to follow your raggedy ass. And I told you Winterfell is yours, ho. I done said it. I said what I said, and that's all that matters. My personal feelings about you gonna mind your business, but this whole you telling my brother you low key threatening me.
Right.
So like
What's
this is
up
how
with that?
this is how I feel if we want to compare it to like present day. It's a little wonky, but follow me.
For
Okay. Ned
I love
was Barack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loved him.
Trump is Cersei.
Oh.
Mm.
And Daenerys is Hillary. Don't nobody like her, but we'll ride with her.
Bill
for a little bit.
definitely. Yeah,
We
because she
will
got
ride with
dragons.
Right,
Of
she
course
got
I'ma
Bill.
vote for the bitch with the dragons because she got dragons.
And she got Bill, who
Is our dragon.
was the real nigga.
We've been looking
which
at
is
him because
John.
I want you to come back.
Oh,
We-
that's good. Come on,
You said who was
somebody.
John?
Bill.
Bill.
Oh, Bill.
The one that everybody loves.
Yeah.
but it's low key problematic. Let's just put that out.
High
there.
key.
But I love John.
I love John
He
so
is
much.
bad.
My poor baby be like, I done gave away one title. These motherfuckers come with another one. Oh, Jesus,
like-
it's always escalating.
He out there like
My
Tristan
baby
Thompson.
like, I can't even
Just
die.
let me go.
Facts. Tristan, like, you see, he ain't even talk to her at the baby party. That's a
I did
mood.
not see that.
I
I did
did.
not.
Because I don't pay attention to them.
Right, I completely
Okay.
ignored them. Everything I know about them was force fed to me. However, but
That
yeah,
was forced to me. You know who else got daddy issues on the show?
Oh.
Samuel Tarly.
Oh, and he just found out them niggas dead.
Listen.
Sam telling them like, so yeah, that's your girlfriend and she cute or whatever, but fuck her, cause
She
raggedy.
killed my brother
She-
and my
But the thing
daddy.
is, everybody else
Even
is
though I ain't
seeing
like
it, and
them
they're starting
niggas.
to tell them like, yo, bro, no, she ain't right, nigga. She ain't. I mean, and I don't even rock with my daddy like that. But my brother was an honorable ass man,
Yeah.
so she killed that nigga. Something wrong. That something is milk
What
ain't
is
clean.
going on?
Yo.
So he like, look, before it gets too deep, let me tell you something.
It's getting.
Brad had told
kinda
me
heavy.
This is who you really are. You
That-
was never a bastard. You was never just Lord Commander, nigga. You were the king of the seven
Can
kingdoms.
you
Like,
imagine
right
how he
from
felt
the-
in that
Wait.
movie?
And then he
Iron
said, and I got receipts, sis. I
And
stole
got
them.
receipts. Cause he
From
was
the
straight up
high
like,
Boom, boom, boom.
and I love he told us, all right, so look, me and Brand put it together because that is, because low key, Sam was the one that told Brand.
Yeah.
Because Brand was like, yeah, that's not his daddy or whatever. Yeah, I know who his daddy and his mama is. And he's like, he's a bastard. His name
Oh,
was Sands or
yeah.
something like that. I can't remember what his last name would have been. But he was like, actually, no, because I looked it up and they were married secretly. So he is legitimized.
That's
so
right,
That
so
man
Sam
is a
read all the
Targaryen. Right. So Sam
Yeah,
was
Sam
actually
read
the
it all.
one. So
He
was
read
like,
all
me
the
and Brand.
diaries.
Me and Brand put it together. I love that.
Can y'all
But,
imagine how he felt, how John felt to know that all these years he been a bastard and he been shunned for being a bastard, and then it's like,
He
the
not really
fuck,
bastard.
I'm
He's not a
not.
bastard.
Yo,
Hey,
look.
Danica.
Hey,
Hey, Danica.
Hey, girl.
Sorry, I burped. Hey, girl.
I didn't smell
We
it,
didn't
that's
know.
good. Did anybody read the books though?
I started. I have not.
I
completed.
started it, but I
I did
just
not
couldn't. I have them
I
on my
As
heard
many
phone.
books as I
that-
probably should.
That, and this kind of like, this pierced my soul just a little bit, but I heard that in the books, Arya wasn't that out cold because the things that she is doing in the show was actually done by Catelyn Stark's ghost.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's deep because I
She was
love
that-
Arya because she's so out cold. I
Yeah.
honestly think that Arya will be the queen
That
of the
would
Seven
be.
Kingdoms.
Yeah.
I think
I
that she
can
would
see
be
that.
on the Queen's Guard. Are y'all
Yeah.
twins on the
Ooh.
end? Yes, they are twins
They
on
are
the
twins.
end. What
They're
up,
like,
Ed?
hey, Anthony.
Hey, you didn't know we're twins. So that's actually, I wanted, so Alex and Ani, I just discovered, has Game of Thrones.
If you
bracelets.
love us, because they're going to be purchased. We're all going to have them.
Yes,
They're gonna-
I need to.
All of us are going to. I mean, I said this to my mom. She's like, I need all of them. I said, me too, girl.
Yeah, but I
Also,
for sure
Adidas
need
has their gym shoes. I
We
wear
all
8.5.
need a
9.5.
Stark
8.5,
and a
9.
Targaryen.
I need the Targaryen one,
minimum.
and I need the
If
Arya
you want to
one.
get us the
All
Lannister
the rest of
one,
them.
That's
I'm
fine.
not wearing House Lannister.
You
I
will. You
I
will.
I
Probably
If somebody buys it for
If
you,
somebody
just
buy it
buy
for me,
for
then
it.
sure.
Also,
I'm
the
not
Adidas.
purchasing that
They
shit.
have the Game of Thrones Adidas. Them boys are so cold. I want the all white ones,
pull them up.
or I want the orange and the black
Don't pull
ones.
them up.
Ain't nobody
Both
on
are- we can do
Instagram,
this.
so
We
I'm
can do
in.
this.
No, we
We
can do this later.
We do this later. We do this later. All right. So that was our current event. Hey Howie, winter is
Hey,
here.
D.
Winter is
Boom.
here.
Hey,
So this week,
Excited, but also real
you
quick
did
for those
call me
fans,
back. I called you.
For
That's my
those
cousin, yeah.
fans, this week was the shortest show. So for this week on, they're going to be longer. This week, I believe, is going to be an additional 4 minutes. So I believe last week was 54 minutes. This week's going to be 58 minutes. And then next week is going to be the longest show. It's going to be an hour and 22 minutes. So we all know something real big and drastic is going to happen. This is
Oh, and
podcast,
then-
aka / Game of Thrones watch night. That's what we do. So every
They
week
posted
we're going
something
to be
somewhere.
giving you our thoughts, our updates, or everything on Game of Thrones while it's here.
Yep.
So we're gonna hop back into today's episode though, which is this is Daddy
So
Issues.
This is daddy issues.
Whether you have them, whether you don't, ride out with us because you never know. You never know. We may touch on something that you didn't even know that you had going on.
or you might be an issue
Or you may be, and you may be a daddy.
You may be a daddy.
And this show is not to
Bash.
necessarily bash men.
This is not the point
It's
to
just
blame.
pointing out problematic things that we have occurred with the male counterpart responsible for our birth.
This is just pretty much giving a spotlight to a lot of issues that a lot of people have. This isn't, again, a blame or a bash party at all. This is just simply, I have issues and they stemmed from this. They stemmed from daddy. So now this is the issue that I have. So now what am I going to do to fix me? And then how is it affecting my life?
Why are
That's
you
all
already
this
emotional?
is.
And we
Okay.
realize that everyone
she's
may not
ashamed.
have, per se, daddy issues, or may not have realized that they had daddy issues.
Yeah.
But you may have encountered someone with daddy,
daddy
issues.
issues.
You may have a girlfriend, a sister.
So
You
hopefully
never
this
know.
Hopefully this will help you understand some of your
A little
female
Maybe
better.
you
counterparts.
have kids with daddy issues.
Maybe you have kids with daddy issues. So hopefully us sharing our issues and things and our viewpoint will give you the courage to share yours, or even to look at the women, children, other men around you who
Or
may
even-
share some of the same.
Or even help you to heal.
or
help you to
understand
heal.
your mate.
Or completely to help
That's
you
a good one, too.
understand
Yeah.
the people around you, your mama, your brother, your daddy, your sister, whoever.
Somebody.
Also, daddy issues is not just daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair. It wasn't always daddy left. It wasn't always daddy touched me in a naughty place. It's not always that. Sometimes
It's
daddy
not
was there and daddy was
always.
amazing, and now you're trying to find someone just like daddy and you can't. Sometimes you put your daddy up on this really high pedestal, not even realizing that daddy has flaws too. And you're turning away good men and good people because they don't
You're
meet
looking for-
that expectation
Your idea
that you
of
set.
what
Let me
Because
just
you
tell
have
y'all right
real
now.
idealize who this
Ain't
man
none of
is.
that here.
Now, don't get me wrong. That's not what this is for
That's not
us.
that.
However,
Not
we're
at
just
all.
saying daddy issues are not always something.
Black and white.
He wasn't there.
Yeah.
Daddy
Yeah.
issues can be a
Sometimes
multitude
he
of
was
others.
there, and him being there caused the issue.
Sometimes daddy being there was a problem. You never know. You
Yeah,
never
I know.
know.
So this
So all
week
we can do is share ours.
we took a quiz.
Yep.
I'm gonna go through the questions. Cool.
So we'll answer them honestly like we did on the exam because, hey Ashley.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Ash.
So apparently 3 of us have daddy
Come on,
issues,
good topic.
and one of us don't have daddy
So
issues.
everyone on the show who took the quiz and got you have daddy issues, raise your hand.
Oh,
We
wait.
can't see your hand. There it is.
Look, Diamond's the odd man out this time.
And who was said to not have daddy issues.
Her. And I'm
I'm
going to give
currently
you.
in therapy.
Yep,
so-
I'm going to say, and I honestly believe that the reason that she didn't answer get it is because she is in therapy, and also because she has thank God, found her mate who is a good man. She has completely found her mate
We love
who
you,
understands
Brian.
her, completes
Y'all
her,
wanna
hear some
and
good
every
shit?
single thing. So
What?
thank God her daddy issues did
What you
not
gonna say?
carry over into her relationship life,
Maybe.
into her adult life. I mean, some things, yeah.
Hold on.
But I'm saying in terms of finding your
You want to
mate.
hear something creepy?
What?
My husband is the exact mix of personality-wise,
Mhm.
not in real life, personality-wise of my stepdad and my older brother.
And that makes sense because your stepdad was more your dad.
Yeah.
And of
They
course,
were
her
more
was
influential
dad.
in your life.
So her surrogate fathers, it was, and that's another thing too. If you have a surrogate dad, maybe your real dad is whatever, but to have good role models will definitely help steer you away from some of the stuff we have. So she was able to have her stepdad, she was able to have her older brother.
That's very problematic.
Would you get your
So let me go through this
Anyway,
quiz.
dude, I hate her.
Okay, so we're just gonna raise our hand. It's only one question on here where we have to give like a real
Are we
answer.
raising
Are we
our
raising
hand for
hand for
yes or
yes?
no?
Oh yes, raise our hand.
Okay,
for
let's
yes.
raise our hand for it.
Okay, how
All
often?
those out there, follow along. See how many
Yes.
yeses you get.
Yes,
We'll also
you
post a
might
quiz
have
later
daddy
on,
issues.
and they'll tell you because we can't tell you how many yeses mean yes. We don't know.
We
took
don't
it out.
know.
And they
Hey,
gave us results. It was like, here.
watch me because somewhere around here I don't have daddy issues, which is again beyond me. Okay, do you often doubt your partner's love?
We don't have partners. So of course we got our partners love. All these random ass niggas. Yeah, we doubt you. We doubt
Yes.
you. We doubt you. because
You,
y'all
nigga.
lie.
We talking
lie.
to you.
You got a whole woman on the other side. You act like you like it today, but then you don't tomorrow.
It's okay.
So yes, you.
Yes.
Everyone out there who watches this, absolutely you.
Yes.
Not really. I'm not talking about
Especially you.
specific.
I am.
They
You know
just
who
got
you
I
are.
told you again. Is there any man looking for a wife? I'm looking for an
Listen.
appointment.
We're wife
Shameless
material.
plug every week until I get one.
That's okay. I'm here for
Then
it.
we're gonna do a wedding special.
Oh,
Kim just said she will sing at my wedding and Danny gonna dance. But I need
Like
someone to
this.
collect the tips because I'm gonna be busy at the altar.
Anybody
she
else?
said, what is wrong with your friend?
Getting
Okay.
married.
Okay.
We're getting married.
Okay, so the first
Okay, go
question
ahead.
is, do you often doubt your partner's love? 2 out of the 4 said yes. Are you needy?
I can definitely be very needy. Okay.
I can be.
I can be very needy.
Do you chase men who turn you down?
I
I ain't chasing shit.
She already chased and found her mate.
She found him,
Wait,
so that's
she
I
bet
missed
not
in my
be chasing.
past.
And I
Oh.
did not chase shit to get him. What up, boo? Okay.
They chased each other. It was a
I do
They
play.
did chase
I
each
do
other.
play hide and come get it. That's,
You know what?
as an adult, that shit is fire.
Hey, number 3. Number 3.
No,
Why she
it's
read one by
more.
one?
Number 4.
Are you romantically, read sexually? Are you sexually aggressive?
Yes. You know, I have found out recently, and y'all were being very vulnerable and being very honest.
Okay.
I have found out recently
Yes.
the way I come at men is a little.
Oh, you straight
it's a little
nigga.
odd. So apparently,
We've been
Look
telling
at
her
our
for
faces
years.
while she.
She's trying to be humble and bare her soul, but we've been telling this bitch for years that she low key a boy.
but I'm not.
She's
I
a
really
boy.
love men. I love everything about
You're
you.
a boy
And
that
she
likes
act just
boys.
like one.
You're a boy that likes boys.
Because
Oh, she's a gay
feel like
She's,
somebody got to
Is
get
she
it
a
popping.
Oh, what?
cause she,
Bottom.
I
Hey,
can't see bottom because I
bottom.
don't do pegging.
well, look.
That's weird.
Well,
Wait
here's
a
the thing,
minute.
But you, like I thought the manlier one would be.
On top.
That is hot.
Yeah.
But most
Not
some guys are not
necessarily.
manlier than I. It's just the way that I am. My aggressiveness.
Hey,
I'm
Cece.
very, very upfront.
We got real off.
I have straight
topic.
sex, so I don't know.
Yeah, so listen.
Okay,
I'm
number
Okay.
5.
very
Back on
aggressive.
topic.
I'm very upfront. If I like someone, I am that woman who has no problem with going, so whatever. You fine, you with it?
Period.
I don't have, I'm,
She
She's
will let a nigga.
aggressive.
She will let a nigga know, like, so we fucking tonight. Let's go.
whoa. Or
Whoa.
are you trying to be with me? Jesus. Or you want to go on a date? Now,
Right, she
if
was
we've
busy.
had sex, then yes, I am very, so look. Drop them. I am that person. I'm trying to get better, y'all. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better. But I just don't know how to,
Anywho, church.
I don't know
Number
how to
6.
say what I want. I don't know
Number
how to
5.
not say what I want.
It's hot.
Life don't give you what you want.
It's not hot. It is.
No,
hot.
it is hot because I've been drinking.
I'm just
Do
a woman
watermelon.
who wants what she wants and has no problem with saying, I want that.
Okay. Do you put partners through tests before dating them? Do you put partners through tests while dating them? It's yes or no, bitch. Ain't no in between.
Cece said, "Oh no, that's little brother said you versatile."
Get your girl to do both.
Get your great
Okay.
work, baby.
Do you turn things around on your partner?
No. Wait.
I like to call that the reversal of the dog.
Hey.
I don't like to flip.
Hey, twin.
Hey, Derm.
Okay. Do
I got daddy issues.
Do you baby talk excessively?
No.
We
No.
have kids and we don't baby talk.
First of
I
all,
don't
why
talk to
would
my
I?
I don't talk to my babies in baby talk.
Just had a real conversation with my 6-year-old.
Me and Linda have a lot of conversations. One day, Crystal was like, "Bro, I literally stopped. Like, who the fuck is she talking to? Like, she's like, they don't answer." I'm like, he does answer me. I know what his eyes mean, what his looks mean, what his oohs and eyes. I know what that means.
Yeah. Okay. Do you date older men?
I'm gonna be honest. Older men scared the shit out of me.
When they say older, I
How
didn't know
much
for sure
older?
if it was like 3 years older.
No, I think they
years
mean
not bad.
older.
I think
What
they
do
meant
you
older,
consider older?
I think like a
That's-
decade or more. Is
yes
older.
or no?
Oh, like
No.
5 or more.
I'm talking about Detroit Blues Club. Oh,
Yeah.
Or Doc.
Who?
Say
Because I'm pretty sure that nigga got to be in his 40s.
40s, 50s. Okay. I'll drink
Shady,
today.
boy, I tell you. Shady, Jesus. It wasn't
The
even
shade
me
is
that
thick
time.
over here.
It wasn't
Okay.
me that time.
It wasn't even me this time.
Whatever.
So
you
go
mean-
ahead and raise your hand.
I'm like, huh?
Because it's true. Okay.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, baby. Are you super clingy?
I can't be.
Okay.
Because I tell people
I
all the
am,
time,
period.
I'm going to be completely honest again. I am not an addict to substances. I don't have an alcohol problem, a drug problem, a gambling problem, or anything of that nature. I get addicted to people. More so men. If I like you and I'm with you and the vibe is there, I could be around you all the time.
So here's the thing. I can be clingy.
Yeah, and the other time, leave my space. Leave me alone.
And then it's like,
Ooh, yeah. Sometimes I just,
Yeah,
you here.
I just be
Go
wanting
away.
to, like, literally it be the smallest things. Like, I just want to fart in peace.
I swear, sometimes
That's
just
it.
being by yourself
That's it.
in your
yeah.
own space.
I just
In your
wanna
own
smell
space,
my
you
own
can just
funk
be
by
yourself.
myself.
Yeah, you can just be yourself. You ain't gotta be cute all the damn time. Because again, don't get me wrong. And then there are times to where just
I
I
don't
need
be
my
cute.
space.
Brian
I
put
need
the
my
hard
space.
eyes.
I know, I seen it. I did.
I need
Okay.
my space sometimes. But yeah, we
video.
all can get clingy.
I'm
But
you
I
forever
also need my
clingy.
space. Though,
Are you
sometimes.
overly affected by a partner's inconsistency?
We're
Never
not
leave me
talking
wondering.
present day. We can talk about past. See,
For sure.
I answered this
For
like
sure.
it was my past.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Because you got to make now. So you have to answer things the way that it used to be. For sure.
Absolutely.
I answered in the present day. Are you flirty with other guys?
If I'm with you, absolutely not. You're the only man that I see.
That's it. Period.
Be
I'm not.
slapper.
I'm not giving.
I was-
Listen.
Hold on. Wait. So I
Hit
was
her
telling
again
my
because I can't
therapist.
reach her.
Listen, I was telling. Listen to me. Listen to my.
I got your
reason.
back, B.
I
Well,
was
yeah.
breaking up.
I'll give you my reason too.
I was telling my therapist. I told her one of the questions, and I told her about the flirty thing, and I said yes, and then she was
Oh,
like,
B took the angry cussing face.
Yeah.
I told
Hold on,
you.
wait,
I'm a
wait,
We
wait,
got
wait,
your
wait,
back,
B.
brother.
hold on, wait. I talked to my therapist about this, and I told her, I said yes to flirting, and she was like, and I was like,
And
hold on.
he said the punch and exclamation points. I'm fucking already.
Listening is key. So
We listen
I
to
was
you
like, you know, because you got to flirt with your own damn self sometimes, and you got to flirt with everybody else because you know you bad. You walk in this bitch like, I know you see it because I see you too.
That's
Bitch, I'm flirting with everybody because I know you see this.
No, B, I understand. I feel it though. No. I mean, you
I
can flirt with
agree.
women. You can flirt with women. I mean, it's not a sexual thing. Like, we don't like women.
Are you flirting?
But you
Yeah.
flirt with men. You
Yeah,
flirt with cats,
like,
dogs, babies, all
My
of them.
coworkers be like, I could just be having a random conversation with
Hey,
our
look,
Sometimes it
granddaddies.
can't happen.
I want to say 95% of this flirt is nonverbal.
Yes.
And I don't even realize it's happening. And my coworker inbox me like,
Like
you
if the
flirting
car
with
next-
somebody else? And I'm like, no, I ain't flirting. We just having a
Like
general
if the car on the
conversation.
freeway slow down a little bit and be like,
You look, I
I slow down a little bit, I hair flicking in, I
look. Okay? Because I'm beating anybody in the
Everybody
car race.
help
Period.
somebody that did it. I'm not the only one.
You're not.
So,
He said, but my brother said, but let some woman say hi to him.
and I'm
Right.
cutting that bitch up.
Exactly.
She got to go, period.
So,
Body bag, B.
snatch her ass up when she walked through the
Wait,
door.
Anthony
please.
said. Anthony said, guys do to get discounts. Listen,
I do it to
like
get
that.
discounts too.
I-
We
You
also do it to do.
Be at the McDonald's
Listen.
window and I need some more sauce.
I just
I
did it
love
right. I just did it today at the Popeyes to get bigger pieces of fucking chicken for these.
Yeah.
The Popeyes.
Oh,
And we
did it.
appreciate it.
We
We did it. Because he said, what y'all want? Y'all want like another wing or something? And
We
I
was like titties. He was
he was
like,
like,
bet. We opened that box. There's nothing in there. You was supposed
oh, thighs and
to got a
tits.
leg. We was supposed to got leg, wing. We supposed to
I
got
ain't
two
seen a
legs.
leg.
We supposed to got 2 legs, a wing, a breast, and a
Because you want
thigh.
to know why?
It wasn't
He heard
nothing
me
but
say to
one
her,
wing.
I don't like legs.
Me
I got
neither,
enough
twin.
legs.
I
And
don't like
we had
legs.
1 wing and all the rest 9 pieces, legs and thighs.
Javari told me.
Ties.
He told me one time he went to Panera and it was this girl. She was flirting with him like, "Oh, you gonna buy us lunch?" And he was like, "You the one that work here. Like, what's your discount?" And so he started flirting with her. He said, "Kim, I just got my whole you pick two. That's like half drink or half sandwich, half salad, Panera bread." Anyway, he said he got the whole thing. It's usually $11. He got it for $6.
Oh.
Damn, Javari. Okay.
Like,
Still got it.
Here's the thing. In that moment, I was like, yeah, but I'm like,
What
he
he
can't
say?
go to that Panera no
No
more.
more, 'cause I'm a
He
killer.
can't go to that
'Cause I'm a
Panera
killer.
no more. I was
But
thinking, I
yeah,
could tell him that.
like
but that's what I was
sometimes
thinking.
you just gotta, even if you're in a relationship, sometimes you just need to know you still got it.
No,
You know what? But sometimes I don't be trying.
Sometimes
flirt with
it just happens.
And it just be happening. Like so as a family, we go down to the Riverwalk every Sunday when it's warm out. My husband runs with my brother and his friends, my brother, and then my husband's friends.
She walked.
And no, ma'am.
No.
I get a bike and I get a trailer, and me and the girls do the whole 7 miles.
So I said I'm gonna start doing that because
We're doing the Biggest Loser at work, so we gotta start working.
Every Sunday we're gonna be at the Riverwalk at
I ain't going to nobody's gym.
it's like
Sorry.
8 a.m.
When I was engaged, we used to go to the Riverwalk. Used to have me run the entire Riverwalk back and forth.
See, look, Alice said, I know a woman who flirted with a gas station employee and got a full tank of gas for free. What gas station was that?
Wait,
gas station.
the man at the gas
What
station.
she look like? Cause is she anything that what we look like?
Alan, what we need to show to do this?
Which gas?
What
No,
gas
but
station?
sometimes when you go to the gas station, like they
They make
really,
you feel so
they
good
make
about
you feel
yourself.
so good
So
about
see the meme
yourself.
that was like, if you don't tell your woman that she look good every day, don't let her ass go to the gas station.
Period.
herself.
Like I walk in there, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Like, oh,
Me?
I'm hair wrapped. I got on UGG boots and shorts.
Listen, you be
I got on a shirt with
Because
links
listen,
on
we
it.
go to the gas station so raggedy, but they be like,
you
you're
are
a
the most beautiful
queen.
thing
You're
I've
a
ever seen in my
queen.
life.
Oh, he said she showed boobs. I'm not gonna do that.
I've been to Maddie Grab
Put
before.
your titties up before B
Honestly.
jump through the phone. Before B be at my door. Put them up before B be here. Before he be here.
For BB here.
Okay, let's finish this quiz.
continue.
Okay.
Everybody who just joining us today this is Daddy Issues. So
Yes.
we're going through the quiz that we took, answer by answer.
Are you irrational in arguments? Very irrational.
I'm a very rational person. And in fact, it makes crazy because they're irrational. And then my rationality drives them nuts. They're like, why the fuck you gotta be?
And
I
you're
actually
like, no,
call
that's
her
not how.
when I'm like, tell me if I'm crazy. Because
I call her.
Oh, nobody has to tell me I'm crazy. I know for sure. I'd be erase my number. He was like,
I do.
girl, we live together. I was like,
Fuck that bitch.
Oh.
We literally go. I know.
I was like, oh.
You're gonna be I'll be at the door. Hello, are you done? Are you done being angry?
Here's the thing. She is the one that we call to be
I
like,
have been the voice of reason for a multitude of
am I
people.
tripping?
Because
she's
I'm
the
fair.
balance beam.
She
Yeah,
is
I
am
really
balanced.
fair.
You
There's
think
been a
I'm-
lot of times I would call her, Javari did. Am I tripping? She be like, Kim. Actually,
tripping.
yes, she tripping.
Absolutely.
Actually, yeah, it is.
And then I'm like, dang, now I gotta
Now I gotta
admit to be
apologize.
tripping. Like, she's actually pretty fair. Like,
I'm
she'll
fair.
tell
I'm
you.
very, very fair. I'm fair.
I'm not.
I listen to everybody's
Diamond is
episode.
not.
I'm going
Diamond
for
is
the
wrong
jugular.
friend.
She is. Diamond is that friend. If you're not trying to hear no reason to call her, and she gonna be like, "You trying to ride out? 'Cause I'm
Let's
down.
go.
I get
I was
off
about to
at 5.
say, I'm
Diamond
off
be like,
at
I get
5:30.
off at 5:30.
What time we pulling up?
I can
And,
be to you by 6 o'clock.
and quite
But-
honestly, I think it's coupled with the fact that I live so far, they don't call me with their problems because they know I'm in
Also,
the car
because
with the
Ashley
kids.
won't let it go. You know how we calm down. They give us the D real good. Now you're not mad no more. Ashley still
bury
mad.
that nigga.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
years later, Ashley be like, oh, you talking to him again?
Bury
I still
that
want to
nigga.
kill him.
Yep, that's Ashley.
We
That's
be,
Ashley.
whoa, but we forgave each other and we love each other.
Ashley is
Ashley
the
like,
red button that the president pushes for world mayhem. When you press that red button,
This
shit
is
get-
why we don't
shit
go to
poppin'.
her.
That's the red button. Do not call her unless you
Only
are
go
serious
to
and you wanna
her
get shit poppin'.
when you really done with him. Like, you not going back ever.
Alan, this podcast takes place every Friday.
I'm sorry, Alan, I did see your question, but I was rushing to work.
Okay.
Every Friday, now I'm going to be honest, the times vary. We're trying to get better.
We're trying
get better.
to be at
but
8
for
o'clock
sure,
every week.
between 8 and 10, p.m. Every Friday, you can catch us right here.
Right here. On,
Maybe not right now.
And we will
on
start
So This Is
posting the-
Podcast Facebook and So This Is Podcast Instagram.
Hey, YouTube.
We are working at getting our YouTube up. Kim has been doing our YouTube and putting our videos there. We're working
Can't
on
nobody
getting it
find
on SoundCloud.
Every
We're
week,
gonna talk about
dog.
that.
Every
We're
week.
working on getting on
And-
SoundCloud. We
Every
are
week,
on
dog.
Spotify. We have our individual playlists. We do a monthly playlist. This playlist was more so dedicated to her this month because it's her birthday.
It's her
April's very
birthday.
own.
Very own Taurus.
AVO.
We also have women. Of course, we have our individual playlists. You can check our individual tastes and styles and variety of music. This month we have, of course, our normal April playlist. Shout out to Kim. We have a gospel playlist because it's Resurrection Sunday.
Because Jesus-
Today
Hold
is
on.
Good Friday.
Y'all, I have to tell y'all the cutest damn story.
Also, real quick, and then we have a 2000s playlist because of the B2K concert. That's
Woo!
it. Now go ahead, Ash. What you got to tell us?
So the other day, Bree comes home from school. That's my oldest daughter, and she goes, "Ma," I said, "What, girl?" She goes, "We watched a movie at school today." I said, "Oh, what you watch?" Because you know,
You
I
gotta
got
keep
to
that same
I
energy.
got to get like I gotta match her levels, right? I said, "Oh, girl, what you watch?" She said, "A movie about Jesus." I said, "About Jesus?" She said, "Oh no, let me not misquote her." She said, "A movie about God." I said, "A movie about God." She said, "Yeah." I said, "What happened in this movie, girl?" She said, "Ma, they was so mean to him." Hold on. She said they threw rocks at him and they killed him.
Wait, did they show them the passion?
I don't know. I don't know what they showed him.
Listen.
But then she goes,
That's a
hold
little
on.
much for
It
that.
gets deep. It gets deep. My daughter's 3. She goes,
Right.
then they put him in a dungeon. I said, shut up. No, they didn't. She said, but guess what? He got back up. I said, no, he did, girl. She said, yes, he did.
got
Hold
up.
on. And then my 2-year-old chimes in and goes, they moved the rock.
I love her. Cookie. I just love her so
I
much.
love that.
And then she was like, and then he saved all the people.
Aw.
And I was like,
Did they watch the Passion of the Christ?
They watched the
Listen,
Passion.
here's the thing about
oh no, I
Do y'all
should-
remember when
I
that
was
movie
in
came
about-
out? Like people was passing
That's
out
no
in
shit. That was crazy.
Listen, people
Them
were
white-
passing out in the
Them
movie
white
theater.
people and them aunties was going nuts.
I was
That's
traumatized
out of the
after I saw the Passion of the Christ.
I
So,
was so traumatized.
Yeah, my church went as an event, and we all had to go see it when it came
My
out.
grandmama had
We were
high
in
blood
high
pressure for
school.
so long.
dog, like here's
She
the
was
thing.
just like,
When that movie
oh,
came out.
Jesus.
And
Like you read the
me,
Bible.
my
You read
mom,
the
my
Bible.
stepdad at the
You
time,
knew
and
the
my
story.
brother,
They changed in 2000
we
years.
went, and I was bawling.
Yeah, everybody was tripping.
I was so. Oh my! I have never felt Mel Gibson. There's something wrong with you.
There's
because
something weird.
you shouldn't be able to invoke that type of
Ooh.
genuine emotion.
I
ain't
don't think
never
I've ever.
felt that
I've
before.
never watched it a second time. Like once was good
Listen,
enough.
listen.
I know the story. It hasn't changed.
I judge everybody whose house I go over and I see a DVD of the Passion of the Christ.
Don't you
Also-
judge my grandmother.
Also, for colored people,
Doris,
Tyler Perry film.
I
Because
had that.
For color girls,
for color, what is it? For color,
color
girls.
girls.
Colored
Had
girls.
enough.
who had enough or something, the rainbow
Talking
ain't
about
enough.
Rainbow. Yeah, I got the book too.
That is a depressing.
Do you have
ass
that
film.
DVD?
That's right up there
Why do
with
you
Yeah.
want to be this?
That's
why
right
do you
up
want
there
to
with
be
the
depressed?
pursuit of
I think
happiness.
we had all
Fuck
the. We support Tyler
At
Perry.
least the Pursuit of
Y'all
Happiness
did.
turned out.
It
My
didn't
house
turn out
supports
of
Tyler
shit.
Perry.
When you think it could
Well.
get worse, it got worse.
So this next
Yeah.
question is
There
a
you
trigger for some people.
It's a trigger. It's a
I don't think I'm ready.
It's a trigger. It's a trigger.
Do you
it's a
get along with
trigger.
your mother?
Yeah, actually I do sometimes. We bump heads often, but for the most part, we're pretty cool.
Off and on.
On to the next. Are you often paranoid of your partner cheating on you?
Nope.
Diamond is.
I got daddy issues for
Here's the
real.
thing. Me, I don't get paranoid. Because one, I don't have a boyfriend currently. But when I do have a boyfriend, I'm not paranoid that you're gonna cheat on me because you shouldn't. I'm not
You
about
shouldn't.
to. I'm not about to look for that. If
Facts.
you cheating, you stupid. That's a whole nother thing. But I'm not about to accuse you of it because then I also feel like, for me to accuse you and then act on it, you might as well just go do it. Period.
I think
I used to be
more
like
so
that,
because
though.
I was just in this situation shit for so long that it was.
Why
just
are you
kinda-
sounding like Donald Trump? She get drunk and sound
Yeah.
like our president.
I'm not drunk.
I don't think
but,
she's drunk, but that's just her.
Yeah, I'm just saying like, just the situationship that I was in for the last forever.
It might taste really good. I've been looking at it and
What
staring,
is
trying
it?
to figure out. Well, she,
Give me
okay,
that.
so her question was just, do you think this Crown Royal Regal apple, what is passed behind me now?
Girl.
Booyah, there you go, bottle. Will go good with this
Can you
Strongbow
put some in
apple cider.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that would be really good because
So
it's
I thought
apple
it would
cider
taste
and
amazing.
apple whiskey. You
Oh my
know.
God. Drip, drip. That's good. Thanks.
Might as well flip everybody cups around along the way.
This is happening live.
Hey,
Uncle
Manny.
Uncle Manny.
There go Manny passing
Uncle
through.
Manny.
Uncle Manny.
He didn't even say hi back.
He
Oh,
did.
He
He
gave
did.
us the peace sign.
That's cool.
Give me that. You want some? I just said give me that. I don't even know if you want it.
And who don't want what?
Hello, Governor.
Hello.
Something wrong with him.
Hello.
Hello,
Beloved.
Governor. Oh, is that French onion dip?
Yes, it is the children's.
Oh.
It's the children.
No, it's actually ranch. It's ranch.
Mm.
You gonna
Okay.
dip chicken in it?
She got chips in his hand.
It's
So-
not. They got chips in here.
I didn't see any of it. I was just saying.
Sorry.
Are you often looking for validation?
Period. Always.
Do you overcompensate?
Always.
Always.
What is your number? Read.
Uncle Manny's
Uncle
at it.
Read. What is your number sexually?
I don't know what's
And they had 0, 5 or less. And I can't remember the others or less.
being nosy.
Right.
What they do?
It's dirty, apparently. We childish. We
We
savage.
childish.
That's what you do when you grow.
When you grow, you listen to other kids get in
Ooh,
trouble.
shit.
Like, ooh,
Cause you can't get in trouble.
Okay.
Okay, so
Uncle Manny do it
Uncle
together.
Manny.
Auntie Man.
He
That
is.
is Auntie Manny.
He is Auntie Man. Listen.
Somebody
I
get
don't
triple.
care what your mama said. I said you ain't having $420. Now clean up the room.
What's popping tomorrow? And I do know of one. Tomorrow is 420, guys. Just a real quick sidebar. Woo woo, 420. I do know of one event that's happening in the morning. I'll find out details and post it also this podcast. And then there is another
He said,
420
damn
event.
dip.
We have been telling you guys every week to get your tickets for the
Tomorrow's
Weed
the
and
day.
Feed for the 420 event with shout out to Hungry High Hubby / Hill and Harvest. They have their 420 event. It's an infused buffet, infused drinks. I've been telling y'all and telling y'all to get y'all
Infused drinks
tickets.
with a VIP ticket.
Yeah,
Don't have these regular Joes thinking they about to get a drink and some chicken.
but here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. No, it's sold out. I have been posting and telling you.
Yeah.
We told you.
Now,
We
I was
gave did
there.
a giveaway.
Now also the place, the location, the locale is something so damn alcohol is something so damn serious. The
It's
decoration's gonna be crazy. The
awesome.
food is gonna be awesome. It's going to be a mini waffle
Hold
bar.
on, wait. It's gonna be.
Make your own waffles.
Look, it's gonna be lit.
It's a
Literally.
concert, it's performances, all sorts of things.
Oh,
So next time I tell
gosh.
you to do something, I'm telling you to listen.
What?
Because guess what? It's sold out.
Yeah.
Guess what? Ain't no tickets at the door. I tried for y'all. I tried to plead my case, but they was very limited. It was limited spaces, 100 spaces. That's it. She said they got people on their line and they had to keep turning away. So sorry, guys, but that's also what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow.
Sorry, guys.
Next.
Okay,
So next time we tell y'all about a party,
Listen to me.
Go get your tickets.
Next time I tell
if you
about
can't
a
go to the
TV
party,
show
come visit me at Applebee's.
or a movie
Come visit me out.
in Sterling Heights.
You can visit me
Okay.
across from Shaq.
So then, what's your number? 0, 5 or less, and then I don't know the other numbers because my number is 1.
Wait, this was a sex party? I completely
Yeah.
didn't see that question at all.
What's your?
I'm not answering that.
So it's like it's like 6 to 10.
That was the evil villain laugh.
11 or higher.
My number is
So
0.
how do we do this? How do we say that?
So you would just say A, B, C, or D.
And what's the answer for D?
11 or
Nuts.
higher.
I'm
These
D.
nuts.
I
not
wanted
ashamed.
to do 0, but I
I'm
have
not
2
ashamed.
kids.
I'm not
'Cause
ashamed.
my answer is
11 or higher.
My number is 0. The stork brought my
I'm a
children
virgin
to
till
my
I get
front door.
married.
You a version of a lie, bitch.
Till I'm
So-
married.
I create this podcast on the platform. I want to be completely transparent and honest with everyone.
Okay, what was
Okay,
the...
fine.
Okay.
I don't have to tell you the exact number, but I can just tell you where I fall. I fall in the category of D.
Okay, B.
What was... One more time for the slogans
Zero.
in the back.
No, clue.
Ham.
If you need a babysitter,
Manny's a
Auntie
slide in my
Manny's
inbox.
ready.
Uncle,
Because
He's
he's an
available for
entrepreneur.
hire.
So listen, because he is an entrepreneur, okay? He works on his damn computer, and he's getting his show, The Emmanuel Show, shout out to it, up
Shout
and
out
on
to the
go.
Emmanuel Show.
Okay? So listen, so he be having some time. So watch your kid while he works.
And he's responsible and reliable.
He is
Sorry for the
responsible,
people
very
on
reliable.
We trust
you see
him.
him? He in there getting their ass together because that room is a hot mess.
Ain't
It's
no
3
slack.
7-year-olds, so you already know.
Ain't
They
no
in there
slack.
tripping. You know that room like a hurricane hit it.
It
Came
came
in like a wrecking ball. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I love you.
What
So
was
A
C?
is A
Okay,
is
go
zero.
ahead.
A is 0. B is 5 or less.
Oh.
C is 6 through 10. And D is 11 or more.
I'm D.
D for Danielle.
D for Danielle.
I have B because they didn't offer 0 to 1.
Right.
Cool. All right.
Okay. In general, are you more friendly towards men than women?
No.
I
Give
don't
a
know
fuck who
nobody.
you are. I
You
really
friendly, I'm
don't.
friendly.
Are you a people pleaser?
Big time.
For sure.
I'm getting better about that.
Do
though.
you generalize men?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Every person
She
is
does.
a different person. Period.
Everybody
When
is the
people
same
show you
until
who
you
what
tell
they
me
are.
you're different.
Yep, that
Believe
is how
him.
she lives her
That's
life.
true.
She is your all
Everyone
guilty.
is the same. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Yeah, that's her.
Shame.
Who came up with these questions? It was a
Shame.
quiz that we found.
Shame.
So, Alan said,
Shame.
who came up with these questions? So, Alan, we found a
We found a quiz.
and then we put some BuzzFeed thing. It's like, do you have daddy issues? We all took it, and shockingly enough, these were the
These are the
questions.
results.
Do you have trouble committing?
No.
No.
We've been looking for commitment since we came about
That's
the womb.
Literally,
listen.
every podcast,
Hold on,
I'm like, anybody hiring for a wife?
We're ready for commitment.
Hold on, baby. You gonna jump in these people's houses?
We're trying
I'm
to.
trying to jump in some man's house.
We're
and
trying to
it's
snatch
theirs.
somebody's son up.
Okay. Do you often
Does that say Mike
misinterpret-
Jones? What up, D'Angelo? If that's you.
Mike
Mike
Jones.
Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
Mike
Jones.
Mike Jones up on the Okay. Do you often misinterpret your partner's actions?
Yeah.
Generally
yeah.
straightforward.
I need you to make it clear. I need you to make it plain.
You got to
for
make
me.
it real plain for me.
You got to make it real plain.
You gotta
for
tell
a
me
real
what's
nigga.
going
I
on.
understand 2 + 2 is 4.
Right.
I need
Write it
your
out and make it
words
plain.
and I need your actions to line up. I need them to line up. And then 2, I am a mental recorder. So what you said to me
I will
3 months,
remember it.
4 days, 6 hours ago, I remember today.
Literally.
Listen,
Like
can
for
I
real.
just say my hair looks completely healthy? You see all that natural
Okay, come on, Shine.
Because I've been dying and flipping
Come on.
and
Come
all
on,
right,
Shine.
hair, all right, healthy.
You want to know why? Because you ain't been letting nobody's ashy ass son stress you out.
Period.
Period. I'm about to say pull it. That's why I be like that.
That's not total truth. Okay.
Does
All right.
it take a while to introduce your
Hey,
partner?
Manny, that's
Yep.
Uncle Manny that y'all heard getting them kids together.
Uncle Manny.
Snatch them kids up if you need them to.
Okay, because Uncle Manny, he rocks with the old
Forget
school.
the name.
But
What
here's
was
the
the
other
show?
thing. He's very, very loving too. He's gonna tell me that he love him when
You're
he
not
does
about to eat no damn pickle.
Yeah, I got it. You
Bitch,
can't
you
beat
ain't
it.
no
You can't
pickles
beat the kids
put
now
power
without telling them you
over.
love them.
Oh, wait, and then he came back and
for
got
the
the
snacks.
snacks.
So they must have cleaned up because
They
they got the
straightened that
snacks
shit
back.
up.
Because he put them snacks back so fast.
He said, not on my watch.
That's some real parent issue.
No.
Like that's some real parent. Like,
Right.
oh really? Nope.
Nope.
But then when they do what you, it's like the whole reason you didn't give it to me was
Give
because
and
of
take.
this.
Give
This
and
part
take.
is soft. Okay, here you go.
Here we go.
You can have it now.
All right, so let's move.
Does it take a while to introduce your partners to your parents?
No.
Yes, because they're so fleeting.
Yeah.
No.
Only 2 people that met my
Come through,
mama.
huh?
Because here's the thing, it's not necessary. I mean, a few people have met my mom and my father, but
I don't even know my mama.
generally, you haven't stick around long enough, and you have to
Yeah.
show that you're with it. And it's unfortunately, I have the issue of attracting men and being attracted to men who has no desire to be committed. So why would you meet my parents?
Oh, you can meet whoever you want to meet. This my homie.
I'm not doing that. Why are you at the family barbecue? Get your ass out of
Because
here.
everybody got to eat beef.
Sorry to hear
My
that.
family
But
ain't
are you
got barbecue.
bae? If you not bae, I'm not feeding you.
So I feel like I cheated the first one only because I'm lucky at hoe. Do you often do the deed, read sex, on the first date? And I put no because
Oh,
we had sex
yeah.
before the first date.
Booyah!
I don't think I've ever had sex on the first date.
No, I don't necessarily have sex on the first date.
No.
We got
Well,
morals.
Apparently,
How about
being
one
a
or two
hoe
on the
is
first date
okay
before?
with not being.
Sometimes it
Doesn't
is.
it
Well, you're not
One
really a
day
hoe. It's like, that's your husband. Y'all get.
At
Like,
the time, he wasn't her husband.
I mean, but
what
at
she's
the
saying.
time.
Have I wanted to?
College
Yeah.
was a
It
very
was.
experimental.
College was very
Experimental
experimental
time.
It was
And
not that damn
however,
experimental.
Too, but then, too, we are completely minting words here because they saw on the first dates. How many of us have had sex very, very early on?
Yeah.
Never got a date, but you smashed it.
Oh,
Oh.
that happened.
They ain't
I
never been
touched
on
on
a date.
somebody back there. All right.
Me,
All right.
Javar. Listen, I told him after our first meeting up, I was like, when you had Kamari.
Yeah,
He said that does not
I'm
mean
the
you don't
reason-
have morals. He is absolutely correct. That
There
does
you
not
go.
mean you don't have morals. Because
Listen.
just because I'm feeling the vibe and then you're feeling the
We
vibe.
knew each other for a
I
while.
feel
We
the
did.
vibe.
They did know each
Y'all
other
knew
for
each
a
other
long
for a
We was
long
time.
friends.
Yeah.
They knew each other since September. Don't lie.
We
No,
were
they
friends.
know each other before. Didn't y'all know each other? Didn't y'all meet before?
No, we were on Facebook friends, but we were in the same program.
Oh,
we
y'all
would
was.
go
They
to
were in the same
place.
program. That's what I'm
We
saying.
would be in the same place, but we didn't know each other.
But they know each other. Just I'm in the same place with a lot of damn strangers. What up,
Strangers
Dad?
are friends.
But they're married, and you know
He
what?
said long
So
enough.
what? Long enough.
Period.
Period. Exclamation mark. A couple of them, the red ones.
Okay, go to
The big red ones. Those are my favorite ones.
All right, so that was the quiz.
That was
we
the
both
end of
looked
it.
at her crazy.
Either way, the results resulted into she, me, her has daddy issues.
I don't.
She for sure has daddy issues, but the quiz didn't quite pick them up.
They didn't pick that up.
Someone is talking to us. Hello, baby.
Hi.
Somebody
who's
just
that?
watched. Hey, girl.
We can't
We're
really
gonna
pronounce
pop up.
that, but
it's,
hey,
gonna
baby.
it's gonna come up in a second, baby.
My-
Hey, baby.
my
Thank
phone
you
is
for tuning
doing
in.
things.
Thank
Okay. So do you have fully functional, healthy relationships with your fathers?
you. So now
No.
this right here, where we're going through,
Wait,
these
Sarah
are pretty
said-
much.
Oh, so y'all having a talk? Huh?
We having a talk this weekend,
We-
Daddy.
yes,
What up,
Dad.
Daddy?
Talking.
We talking.
I'm trying to be one of y'all daddies. Lord have mercy.
Oh, she chose.
Who is this?
Well, my father. That was.
Wait, what was the name?
She chose God.
That's my nephew.
I knew it had to be somebody's damn child because all these damn all
Apostrophes
these
and,
apostrophes and the
That's-
tildes.
That's
and
my
over
sister
the letters.
Keisha's son.
Hey,
nephew.
look, hey nephew.
Okay,
Do you know how to write in cursive? Your ass off
Do you
here.
know how to write a check?
Listen, that's a little foggy.
Listen, that's not a good question because some of y'all grandmas still don't know how to write a check.
True that.
That's true.
You do work.
Stressing me out all day
He
long.
said, "What's up, dude?"
Help
What
y'all
up, though?
grandmas.
So
Hey.
now we're gonna move on to this, just the flow of it within ourselves. So now I'm gonna get to the nitty and the gritty. We are past the quiz, so now you're just about to get flat out, straight up us.
Us.
Period.
Vulnerable, raw, here we are. So do you have a fully functional, healthy relationship with your father? Raise your hand if you do. You hear that pin drop?
None. So the
You
answer.
got
is
real quiet.
Everybody.
Even the 6-year-olds is
None of
quiet.
us.
Right.
So who wants to go first on how this has affected you? We can hit all spots or one.
I'll go first because mine.
Okay.
Oh, let's start with A. Yeah. So how's it affect you? Yeah.
So the
So
next
So
one
how
is,
has it affected you as a person? So,
So-
how? I'm
oh, yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
How has it affected you as a person? How has it affected your parenting? And how has it affected your relationships?
Ooh,
All right,
Okay.
girl.
here goes nothing.
Take the wheel, Jesus.
So, how it's affected me? I said that earlier on, it was a bit upsetting. Like, in my younger days, I didn't realize it at first, but a lot of the choices that I made in men were because I didn't feel that relationship that every little girl needs with their father. And I would deal with you know what? She knows all of my business. But yeah, so okay, so here's my relationship with my father. I speak to my father every once in a while.
Shit, you father?
That's it. It's okay, so my mom and my dad got a divorce basically when I was 3.
Hey Raymond, today is daddy
Hey,
issues.
Raymond.
Today's
Yeah.
daddy issues. Ride with us, girl.
Yeah, so when I was 3, I think they got a divorce, and my sister, who was 10 years older than me, she had that mama and daddy in the home, but at 3, you know, they divorced.
Y'all
and he
just a
was
couple
out.
niggas living together at this point.
But so it affected me then, but a lot of my childhood was me kind of going through the motions, knowing that he wasn't there, but it was cool because he popped up. It's that type of thing at first. Then you get older and you're like, oh, he not here for real. Like, that's, yeah. So back then it upset me. I'm better with it now. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, with counseling. With parenting, I said for my oldest daughter, Kamari, everybody knows the situation there. It helps me to empathize with her feelings about it. Because even if you're okay, you know, because my mom was my best friend as a kid, and we was cool. It was just like, it was me and my mom, and that's not a problem for me. I don't really need that relationship. That's how I felt anyway. At some point, you do kind of think about it like, dang, but why not? So my oldest daughter, Kamari, I can empathize with her, you know, on that. So that's how it affected my parenting. I said my relationships, and then I said, well, you know, everybody that I dealt with in the past, they had those issues. You know, you hold on for so long because you need that validation, or you deal with certain things because you think that this is it. I need that you know, that relationship, so you constantly deal with things that you shouldn't deal with, just so that you can have that feel. That's really jacked up. I didn't even think about how jacked up that is.
That's why I'm like, if you think about it, we're literally just surviving it. We're literally just coasting and not even understanding or thinking about just how deeply this has affected
like
us.
a work shift.
Ooh,
Yes,
You
baby.
just here to get a check.
Listen, I
Literally.
wish I was smart, and I wish I would have done this, but I'm just going to share with you guys. I wish I would have posted, and everybody's definitely familiar with this, that clip from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air at the end when Will Smith did that whole rant. He's like, why don't he want me? I went through that. I should have
I
posted
felt
it
that.
in terms of getting prepared for this episode. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting better with my thoughts on mine. I got a
Yeah.
lot going
No,
on.
look, I ain't cry for the Passion of the Christ, but that scene.
Alan says, I hate when I hear parents leave their children's lives.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like they're these little innocent things. Like, they didn't do anything. So it's like, why would you? And then they're adorable. I love babies. Go ahead.
Yeah,
And
but
cute to boot.
Then they're
So-
part of you. How do you not feel for that? How do you
that, and that's the
live in
thing
your
that
Tacit
you know what
heart.
though.
Tacit hearts.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's really if that isn't your sister Diamond, I
Desiree
need
said, that isn't your sister Diamond. She needs an explanation.
It's my twin.
Your real life twin.
Nobody knows I have a twin.
I'm the baby from the dungeon.
Hey, Simone.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No
Hey,
one likes
She's
baby.
older than me.
No one likes baby.
By
By
one.
a day.
Hey,
By
Mama
a day.
Crystal.
No one puts,
Hey.
no one puts baby in the basket. That's
Yeah.
No one puts baby in the corner.
In the corner.
Why is the baby going in the basket? But yeah, so that's how it's affected my relationships. You know, just staying in situations too long, and then that need to be wanted at all times. Because it's like, okay, he didn't want me.
Somebody
Somebody
else
don't
has to,
want me.
right?
Even when
Nope.
Let's
you-
run
no,
down
no,
the
I got
subject.
this.
okay.
Keep going, baby.
Oh yeah, but that constant need to be wanted by a male figure because he wasn't there. So it's,
Okay.
then you start to think, is it me? And
Right.
so when certain guys start to act up, you're like, oh, it is me because you know, that could be the same reason the
might
daddy
be why
left.
yeah.
So
real
yeah.
quick, Simone and Crystal said, hey, y'all.
Hey, mama.
And then Danica said, I feel y'all have a great dad, but my sperm donor is nowhere to be found. It's cool, though.
Yeah,
It is.
Right.
It is.
It be like that.
It be like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop in real quick.
We'll see.
How has this affected you? I said deeply. So I am currently in therapy. I love it. I do. And my relationship with my dad is not the sole reason why I'm in therapy. But it is part of it. But it's not the sole reason I'm in therapy. But when I started therapy, she asked me why I was coming to therapy, and my response was simply because I'm tired of being angry. And I had become so angry that my kid could take a sock off on the couch and leave it there. And I would be like, why did you leave this sock? And I would be angry. And I'm like, whoa, why am I being this way? Like, they did nothing.
Hello, I can't see who you are.
They did nothing to deserve this.
Is it Paul Morton Jr.?
No, that's not you.
Darren Morton?
Yeah,
Hey, Darren.
Oh, it's the
You know
internet.
PJ?
What is wrong with you, dog?
I'm just trying to
And
make
then,
PJ, even though I met him before.
Yeah, I've realized over the years that there are things in me that are triggers, and they relate to things that my dad has done. Not necessarily this is what dad does, and so everybody that does this is like my dad. No, but it'd be like, oh, you laugh like him,
Gotcha.
and I'd be like, did I just hear my daddy laugh? And I'd be looking at him, I'm like, who the fuck? Who got it, Robbie? And I would literally start looking around. Your parenting definitely affected me there. I try to be involved and attentive to my kids' needs, desires, and speak positivity into them. I try my hardest to take pride out of the situation when I'm wrong. And that's hard for me because, like, I try to never be wrong.
Yeah.
Which is another problematic thing because of issues with my dad. Anyway, but when I am wrong, I try to take my pride out of it and apologize to them because they don't know no better.
Yeah.
And I have to reason with myself like, girl, these are babies.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. So I try not to flip the script on them, which is something that he does, or be a forever victim, which is also something he does. In my opinion, all of these are my experiences. So if you know my daddy and these aren't your experiences with him, congratulations. He probably knows you better than he knows me.
Oh, real quick, somebody said this is healthy, ladies. Hi, Diamond. This came from Anthony Gregory. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, and then in your relationships, I put absolutely, because at a point in time, I absolutely adored my father. Like, he was the sun and the stars, the moon, the clouds. He was the sphere around Jupiter. He was everything until I got hip. Right? So there comes a point where you start to know better. And my mother almost never said anything negative about him. Like, there will be instances where she's human and, like, he'd call my phone. I'd be like, Mommy, Daddy needs to talk to you. She'll get on the phone. Hey, what's up? Da 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 da. And then by the end of the conversation, she like, fuck you, and hang up. Whoa.
Right. Why?
Talking about daddy like
First of all, that is my moon and stars. Why are you talking to him like that? Like, oh, she tripping. And I would trip out on her.
Yeah.
And
someone said, Michael Myers said, but when you're never
Michael
wrong.
Myers?
Shrug.
Facts. But like, she never said a thing, anything negative about my dad because her dad was crappy.
Generational.
Right.
Y'all know he was shit. Remember Chicago?
Do you
Oh.
remember Chicago?
Do you remember Chicago?
Now,
My
all
husband
I was
never
a
met
fan.
my mother's father. The fact that I call him my mother's father is a little cute.
Yeah.
He once called my mother. It was like July. And he told her to get all of the kids together. And he sang us happy birthday all at the same time.
Wow. Okay.
He's cremated on her mantle now, so. But her dad was crappy, but she knew the deal and knew that in time I would come to realize this.
Yep.
And I would take matters into my own hands, which I did. But in the meantime, in my opinion, she was trying to fill the gaps because I very rarely felt like alone,
Yeah. Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, a lot of my family filled the gaps. I spent a shit ton of time with his parents.
That's
Okay, so my grandmother got remarried. So I had my pawpaw, which was her new husband, and then my grandpa, my granddaddy, which was my dad's father. And my granddaddy'd be like, I want my baby to come over. And I'd be down there in Rouge, riding up and down Lenore in my pink Corvette. I would be walking. This is real raggedy now that I think about it. I would walk the alley from my granddaddy house to my auntie house, and they would stand at the end of the block and just watch me. They would like walk me down. I was a whole 5 years old.
This was the 90s, people. It was a different time.
different time.
Oh, shit.
We were out here in the 90s.
He would
Yeah.
take me. He was the coach of the men's basketball team, I think. And he would take me to the basketball games, give me a whole pack of Double Bubble,
Aw.
a bag of chips and the juice, and leave me to my own devices. Like, that was the best. Like,
Hello,
my
Miss
grandparents
Hey.
took good care of me. Hey, girl. But I even traveled with my grandparents. But he was never there. He wasn't really there. And his excuse was that he had to work because at the time he was a firefighter.
Your dad was a
I
firefighter?
never knew that.
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah, well, he quit before he got fired. So, and then when he was there, he would try to buy my affection. So let's go shopping. Let's do this. That's why you can't. I'm a simple gal.
Yeah.
You can't really impress
Buy
me with
anything,
gifts.
Yep.
Like, literally, the things that I like, I love. My husband bought me KitchenAid stand mixer and some new pots and pans, and we got a whole child from it.
Yes.
So listen,
One of those.
to the
Hey,
men out
Janisa.
there who is like, because you know everybody, I'm looking for a husband. So as my husband, I like gifts. I like
Husband,
things,
find me.
shiny things.
I'm
Hey,
right here.
Janisa,
You don't have to
here,
look
y'all.
far.
Hey,
But yeah, that was something. And then last night in therapy, because my father recently did something, and I wanted to read it, but I can't because I texted to her. But her phone's doing Facebook and my phone's doing Instagram. Doesn't really matter. But here's the gist of the backstory. My father went on Facebook. We're not Facebook friends anymore because he thinks that shit is real life. And posted something like, I know our relationship isn't good, and I just blah, blah, like, just a bunch of shit about our relationship and how he wishes it was better or whatever, right? So my aunt tags me, because she know I can't see it. He mentions my husband in the status, but don't tag him.
Yeah, I remember that.
This was Wednesday.
Oh, this
Was new. Yeah.
I just read this all of you.
And then
We said I wish I could share it.
And then after my aunt tagged me, he said, my dad commented under that and was like, do you feel better now? She was like, huh? And he was like, nothing. Maybe I'm in my feelings.
Maybe I'm
You're
stubborn.
always in your feelings, sir. But last night in therapy, I told my therapist, I said, he knows me, but he don't know me. Like, he knows exactly what anyone that takes a very good look through my Facebook would know. But he don't know my personality. And then in a month or so into therapy, I had a revelation. I do not want to cry. This is some bullshit. I had a revelation in therapy. And I said, you know, I spent a very long time, a lot of good years, mad at my stepdad and my mom for trying to push my dad away. A lot of, like, it was so bad. Y'all remember Kings of Comedy?
Mhm.
Y'all remember him downstairs?
Him
Yeah.
downstairs.
Big Wayne, well, my stepdad was him. Just him in my phone.
He was.
Until about 2009.
About to say, I remember that.
Yeah, he was. He for
Him.
sure was.
Until about 2009. Like, I spent a lot of years hating him and my mother because it's like, why are y'all so mean to him? Why are y'all pushing him away? And, like, I felt like my stepdad was, like, overstepping his boundaries. Like, nigga, know your place. Like, you ain't my daddy, shut up. You ain't my daddy, shut up. And as I became older, I learned that he possesses, speaking of my father, he possesses a very, what about me? Nobody helps me. Who's here to help me? Attitude.
That's my dad.
And in my opinion, he loves being a victim.
Ooh.
And as far as intimate relationship goes, I dated a guy that was like my father in many ways. He was tall. He was dark skinned. He was goofy. He was inconsistent. He was a liar. He was exhausting. I married a man who shares nothing in resemblance of my father outside of the fact that he has a personality.
Abram.
Because I like to laugh. And nigga, if you can't make me laugh, when are you here? Like,
What are you here for?
like, I can laugh at anything.
Right.
Literally anything.
Exactly right now.
She is laughing.
Like, he
Laugh
started
to keep
texting
from
me,
crying.
hey, boo-boo, but he would use the ghost
The ghost
emoji.
And she cracking up.
Who thinks of this shit? But anyway.
Freaking A.
Okay, so in that relationship with my husband, who is not like my father, I learned that my husband is everything I did not know that I needed
Ooh.
and arrived at the right time.
You
Oh my
Where
God.
I knew I needed.
Where you at?
Hold on. And in front of the world,
Are you going to propose? Oh my God, you going to propose?
thank you, Kim.
She finally said Kim did it.
For being a friend.
Thank you for being a
Yo,
friend.
I was about to flip this ass table clean over.
So the
Friend.
thing is,
I just
everyone wants to take.
Because I was
Everyone wants to be the one that hooked them up together. It wasn't me. I didn't know.
So listen, just a fun.
I was like the last one to know.
Really quick fun fact. There is a consistent battle
We talked about this
over
on
the last 13 years
Yep, that's how long we've been together.
debating on who is responsible for the magical
I can take
bringing
his glasses off like
together
they're mine.
of Brian and Ashley James. For years, I have been telling them that I'm responsible. I'm the one that
Hey,
did
Clayton.
it. Hey, Clayton.
Hey, Clayton.
I'm the one that did it every single time. And she's just like, yeah, okay, Kim. So just now, she just gave me all the credit. Like, thank you, Kim, so much. I'm thinking she's going to tell me thank you for being the one.
a friend.
She played me for the
Travel
75th
around the
time.
world
All I wanted to say was,
again.
had she said that shit, y'all would have saw a fight right here. I was about to hop up and beat ass.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm not going to say that I am solely responsible. I'm not going to say that. But I had a major part.
Me too.
And
Anyway.
I want my damn credit.
Wow.
They used to give it to me. It wasn't until years passed, the other motherfuckers started talking. Now everybody acting
Why
like,
do I have to be other
we know now, because it's not just you. But everybody, oh, we don't know, we don't know. Now they want to act brand new.
Okay, it's your turn, Danny.
Real quick, while we being honest, yo, Clayton, I'm the one who slid in your DMs and asked for pictures of the baby. That was me on Profoundly. We just want to see the baby, man.
We do want to see the baby, Clayton.
It was a shock that she was here. But now that she's here,
now
we
she
need
here,
to
wanna
see her.
We want to see her.
She's gonna show us her shitty diaper, but you ain't gonna show us her.
Right. She got
So-
red hair like her daddy.
Don't do
Good
this.
question.
Well, you know I love
love
redheads,
gingers.
so
My daughter is almost a ginger. It's crazy. So listen,
you know I love redheads. So
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell the
That's
truth,
a-
guys.
Tell the
Yes,
truth
babe.
and nothing but the truth.
Everyone who found a message in their profile box that said, "Hello, we're trying to reach you about your car's warranty. I am responsible."
I was wondering why all
I
my
thought
friends
it
got
was
the
hilarious.
same message.
I thought it was hilarious,
You know,
and it was. Hair flip pie.
Alright.
Diamonds, your
Keep hiding that baby
go
like
next?
Prince and them.
Okay,
Blanket.
so how has this affected me? I probably won't go as long as them. This is real straight to the point. My dad,
Not my pen. I
he
really
was
love
my
therapy.
best friend, like
Thank you.
up until like 5. Like
Man.
we
Oh,
was like,
Alice said, "Did one of us call you a troll?" In the
That
suit?"
wasn't me.
While hilarious, it wasn't
No.
us.
That
No,
wasn't
I
me.
just agreed with your wife.
Hilarious though, but it wasn't.
You are a
us.
troll. So if Lenise called you a troll in the suit, then yes, it was me.
that's funny.
Well, I know it wasn't me.
I love you no less.
I love you so
It
much.
wasn't
Alice.
me. I didn't put anything in anybody's
Here's the
profile
thing:
except
I'm
one
a troll
person.
in leggings. I troll everybody's shit. I be going through correct people grammar, not responding to nothing but correct.
That's not really
People be
trolling.
mad and they be typing back to me real fast and they fuck shit up. I don't respond to what they said. I just correct their grammar.
I don't think I
Asterisk.
would see that trolling.
Asterisk.
T-H-E-Y.
Asterisk.
The correct way to say there
apostrophe
is.
R-E.
Instead of Y-O-U-R. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead, Diamond.
So, for me, not getting into like the depths of it, but my dad and my mom, it was a very unhealthy relationship.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, it was
Very,
really
very.
unhealthy.
Your mama put your daddy out on the
very.
freeway, too?
No.
You know what? I
However-
put my fiance out on the freeway
That's okay.
one
That nigga
time.
had to go.
We were engaged. He pissed me clean up. I put him clean out of his car on the freeway on
Out of his
96
car?
and drove up.
However,
My mama put him out on Southfield.
the way that my parents split, I just remember my dad being asleep and my mom taking me and my brother, and we ran through the alley and we left.
Ooh, shoot.
It was a very, without going into deep details.
So apparently, Lola A. Berry, she the one who got some free gas, and she said, Alice, she didn't show her boobs.
So what did you do,
Girl,
sis?
show what you
Inquiring
gas
minds want to
station.
We
know.
need to know which
Where
gas
was
station
it?
was it?
What gas station?
Because
Walk
I'm
gas
sure we
is
got
hot.
what you
us
got.
through it.
Mhm.
Diamond Daddy was effed up in the head.
For sure,
Who
apparently.
that, Howard?
No, oh yeah, but apparently
That's my cousin. He got shot by my daddy.
Lord have
Apparently,
mercy.
So,
her daddy was enough in her mama, so she enough that ass middle night and got the fuck off.
Yeah, so currently my dad is incarcerated. Yeah, D got shot in the booty, but don't tell Facebook.
Oh
Hey,
my
Facebook,
God.
D got shot in the ass by Diamond Daddy.
Okay, so currently my
Yeah.
dad is incarcerated for attempted murder.
Oh,
and
It
he's
sounds
never
like
getting
he
out.
should be.
So yeah, I got daddy issues, guys. So for how has it affected me? Before he was incarcerated, he did go and he created a whole nother family without me and my siblings. Like none of my siblings. He got a girlfriend and he took care of her kids, and we was all like, "What the fuck about us?"
Oh, bitch. We just might be the same person because
Hey,
mommy, don't
I
we love.
said you fucked up now.
Do you know
Who
my
said
daddy
that?
called me
Howard.
and said,
Oh yeah.
Real quick sidebar. I'm sorry, guys. I see my head tilt. That's because I never noticed on the side of the Crown Royal box there are nutrition facts and serving facts.
oh,
That's fucking crazy.
What's the serving size?
1.5 ounces, and it's serving 17 servings per container. I never knew
They
that.
should
oh
update
shit, we
that.
cleaned 2/3 through this bottle.
Okay, so
Diamond.
for me, what?
My daddy called me and told me he took his wife's children's kids, so his step grandkids, on a field trip. Bitch, I lost my mind. You ain't never took me nowhere.
My daddy ain't never been on a field trip with me.
Clean went off. He was like, "It's not that deep." To who, sis?
To you. For me, I just felt like you went and clean, got a whole new family, and you got kids over here. Hey, Mona. So for
still
me,
here.
I said sometimes I need reassurance that I'm cared about. And then sometimes I might feel like slightly unloved or unwanted because I just felt like
Slightly
I was
unloved and unwanted.
slightly unloved and
Not slightly,
unwanted.
very. Shit.
Yeah. And
Rightfully so.
rightfully so.
Feel
Like, it's to the point where, like, because my dad is incarcerated, he sometimes call. For a long time, I wouldn't even answer. And then one of my friends, he was like, well, Diamond, I've been in jail before, so I know how it feels to, want to reach out to your family and, want to talk to them. So I was like, okay, I put $20 on my phone. I still got $20 on my phone. But my dad, like, he'll call sometimes and it just be like, he called to apologize. It was like, this was the apology. All right, I know I went shit to you and your siblings, but like, I'm sorry. And I'm a different person now. Can y'all put money on my books?
Oh my gosh.
It was one of those kind of apologies, like, you're not sincere about this. Like,
You're saying this because
you're
you need
doing this
$20 on
because
your
you
books.
want us to put money on your books. But
Because your other kids ain't answering their phone
and
either.
so, like, my sister will bring up his other kids, the girlfriend kids, and I'm like, them aren't my siblings. Like, if them his kids, so be it. Them his kids, but seemed like they were the ones that should be putting money on his books because they was the ones benefit from when he was free and clear. So for parenting, I don't have any kids biologically. When I was younger, I made the conscious decision I was never going to have sex and I was never going to have kids until I was married. And I wasn't going to marry anybody until they weren't like my daddy.
Oh, fuck.
At 31, I still don't have kids. Yeah. So my relationships, they don't last long. Most stopping before they start. I do get disinterested very quickly.
You do.
She does.
I do.
So there's this guy.
Never mind.
That's me.
Just kidding.
Never mind. Don't forget. I've gotten to the point where I don't even save numbers.
We can mention a nigga and she be like,
Hey, Clifton.
I don't
Hey.
save numbers. I could be talking to you. It's people in my phone who I've been talking to for years. Like, we're friends, but they number still 586. Da 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 da. No.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah, your number's not saved on my phone.
no, fuck.
There's people I met recently.
What a way to find out.
Your number's not saved in my phone. Even somebody I've talked to since I was 8, his number ain't saved as his name. Like, I don't save numbers in my phone anymore just because y'all don't last. And most of the time it's because if I see something that even smallly resembles a characteristic of my dad,
She out like a
I'm
light.
out.
Hey,
Like a light. Hey, like a light.
Wait. Okay.
yeah, so it does really affect me because, like I said, if I start seeing little stuff, I ain't got time for that. I've dealt with this for 31 years. I really ain't got time to be like,
Howard says because you're saving the wrong one.
Ooh.
his name
Don't
ain't
save
saved.
him.
You don't want to be saved.
Don't save him.
I want to be saved.
Okay.
Yeah, you
That
can look
happens all the
that
time.
name
Y'all
up
can
in my
break out
phone
the
and you
song.
won't see it. What's that say?
He said that's a lie. Hey, Evan Johnson.
Hey, Evan.
Hey.
Look in my phone tomorrow when you see me at choir rehearsal. I bet his name won't be saved under what you think it is.
Screenshot and send it to him now.
Oh, you can see it right now.
Screenshot
It's
it so I
under
know
Daddy's
it's
son.
real.
What?
It's under Betty's son.
That's
Yeah,
because she mad. It'll be back in there.
I'm not
She
mad.
not mad this time.
I'm not mad. It's been like that for a while.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of Betty's son, have y'all followed the Instagram page Somebody's Son?
No.
And it's pictures.
I don't know if y'all can hear,
Of
but my
girls.
son is in the back tripping.
It's pictures of girls and they out with their men and it say me and
Somebody's
somebody's
son. No,
son.
I gotta
I
see
love
that. Okay.
Period.
I gotta send a pic.
Yeah, so relationships, a lot of times they don't even get started. Just because I called Kim earlier, kid you not. I was like, wait, wasn't I in a relationship with this one boy? And she was like, Kim, remember in high school that was your boyfriend? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I couldn't remember. Because he was acting like he could remember. I couldn't remember either.
I
Shit.
remember.
The North remembers.
The North remembers.
All right.
Yeah, it's Danny's turn.
So now it's on me.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Totally joking.
Ooh,
All right.
child.
So how has it affected me? It has, and again, I'm being very, very honest and very, very vulnerable to it all. Judge mammies. So it has affected me by it has made me incredibly insecure, even unconsciously. Looking back, I was always in the space of trying to be good enough. Because Daddy wasn't around that often. Daddy would come around, and my father is a very, very sarcastic and obnoxious man.
Yeah.
He gives a lot of backhanded compliments.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in the 3rd grade, I had this leather Harley Davidson outfit on. It was the cutest thing to me. I had on the tights with the cute little ruffle socks with the little cute black patent leather, Mary Jane's little heel on it. I had on a little leather skirt with a little heart that said Harley Davidson. I had on a white turtleneck, and then the jacket was a leather jacket with a big heart on the back that said Harley Davidson, and a little heart here. I felt so cute.
What
and
grade
with my
was
real
this?
hair, 3rd grade.
Third grade, people.
Hey, Chuck. So, I had
Hey.
my mom did my hair in a bang. I had the ponytail here, and it was down in the back. So I had really long, thick, pretty hair. I can completely remember this because this is how things affect children. You never forget it. And I remember feeling so pretty, and I couldn't wait to see my dad this day. He was coming to get me. And he came in, and he opened the door, and he was like, look at you. And I'm feeling all proud and bright, like, Daddy's going to love this. And he's just like, you look like you put in the trash bag. Who put you in the trash bag in 3rd grade? For sure. So my father gave he did a lot of things like that to me. And then for me, I also never wanted to be a burden. I felt like one. He kind of treated me like one. I was always passed off to my grandmother. I was always with my aunt. It was always a thing about money. He didn't have it. It couldn't afford to do things with me or for me. I'll never forget one year, 2000. It was 1999. Thanksgiving 1999. My family, after Thanksgiving, we often go to we do things. Everyone was going to the movies to see End of Days. We'll never forget it. And I was going to be left home alone because my father said that he did not have the money for me. So thank God, my Aunt Diane, shout out to you, Auntie, she and her boyfriend, they took me. And when we got there, my dad was there with his new girlfriend and my baby sister. She was a baby at the time. They were there going into the movies, but he wasn't going to take me. So my father did a lot of things like that to me. It was always, he preferred to DJ. He preferred other women. He preferred to do everything else but me. And at the time, as a kid, the same thing that they said. My dad was my moon and my stars. He was my everything. You couldn't tell me anything wrong about my daddy.
Even
my
after
daddy,
he did
my
wrong.
daddy. I wanted my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So it affected me by making me very, very insecure. And even in relationships now to this day, I find myself overcompensating. I do a lot. I try to be your everything, and I try not to be a burden. I try to do everything in the world to get that love and acceptance and that reassurance.
Let me
from
take this weight
the
off
man.
you.
Let
that
me take that off
I can
you.
be valuable to you.
So that I can be of some value. I am forever trying to work to be valuable. I'm ever trying to work to be worthy. So that is how it has
a light bulb just
affected
went off.
me. That is how it affected me. I am consistently trying to prove my worth to someone else.
Oh my gosh.
Can I tell my light bulb real
Go
quick?
tell your light bulb girl. Tell your light bulb girl.
Woo.
When I got pregnant 4 years ago, I got pregnant 5 years ago. Anyway, 4 years ago, because she'll be 4
You
this
a
year.
hot mama because you got pregnant right after that too.
I sure did. Shot the club up like
Shut it up and you
Caught so
called
many
a body.
bodies.
And you not so many. You called a specific one or two. But go ahead, girl.
Jesus.
TC baby.
I remember my husband said, "You don't have to work. Stay home. Take care of our house. She's looking for a husband. Please, somebody wife her, because I don't have time." And this one too.
I'll stay home and take care of all the kids. I got twins. You got
She
some?
got a man.
I will take care of your kids.
No flight
Literally.
zone.
She will.
She will.
She
No
will.
flight
And
zone.
love them babies.
She's the show the fuck will.
She love them
The
babies.
craziest thing I've ever. Anyway,
Well, it's not. We'll talk
Alice
about it
said
more.
he crazy. I'm not for sure exactly who he is, but I agree.
but
Crazy enough.
my husband said, you know what? Stay home, take care of the house, take care of the kids. And I had my baby. I had Brienne. And it was like,
Alice said he crazy. He said my B. He said my life
My
got
wife
work.
gotta work.
Lenise,
You know, some people.
Alice, why you gotta be
You don't
raggedy?
have to
Why
say
you have to
this.
fucking be raggedy? Denise, call us.
Call
I'm here
us.
for you.
We know how to handle him.
Raggedy.
Raggedy
Anyway.
for no reason, just trifling.
Anyway,
Hilarious. That's my brother.
I stayed home, and then after a while, I would have an attitude. Because I would go, hey, babe, I need money to get groceries.
Hey, Brett.
Hey,
Brett.
Hey, Brett.
We're discussing daddy issues today.
Babe, I need money to get gas.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, I need
Mm.
money to pay this bill. Babe, I need money to do this. Babe, I need money to do that. I have worked since I was 14.
Mm.
I never had to ask. I've always had my own money. And I felt like, even though the house was clean or dinner was cooked,
Oh.
everything was fine, I felt like I had not brought
Done
enough to the table.
anything.
Yep, we did not do it.
Oh, my
And
God.
that I was still
Woo.
a burden.
Yep.
And my husband said, you are never a burden. You do so much for this family. And I said, but I can't calculate that.
Yeah.
Which y'all love.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see a pay stub. I need to see something
I need to see it.
so that I feel validated.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
You're welcome. I told you we're gonna be popping some light bulbs here on this here day, on this here evening.
This here's
We was gonna do some stuff. We were going
Yeah.
to do some stuff. I find myself.
Right.
Listen,
And
I
this
have
is. Oh, go ahead. Debbie.
found literally myself. We gonna be real here. We
Yeah,
gonna be
this is
real,
why
real.
we
We
said
gonna be
this
real,
might
real.
help you heal.
This may help you heal.
Because
This may help you realize
this
something you didn't know.
sisterhood of friends right here,
Yeah.
we go through it all the time. And
This
we
shit
call
real.
each other, we talk to each other. We know
Okay.
this stuff already because we talk to each other and this is how we deal. Ashley do have a therapist, but they not
Brittany said,
therapists.
wait, I'm lost. We talking about daddy issues like the one contributed to my existence? Yes, we are
Yeah,
discussing today, so
that
this is
man.
daddy issues.
I was just
We're
referring
going
to
through-
validation.
Because I said that for me, because right now we're discussing our first question, which was, how has it affected us?
Why do we do this?
Alice said, are these podcasts always so emotional and deep? No, not always. Not always at
No.
all.
No.
My
Last
idea
week we
was to
talked about
discuss
parties.
420,
No,
but
No,
whatever.
last week we talked about
We was
Game
gonna
of
talk
Thrones.
Game of
about
Thrones. Last week was
420.
Game of Thrones.
And the week before that we talked about going out.
Yep, we talked about
Partying.
that. Going out.
Oh, remember running
Alice said
across
this get
North
deep.
Lot with no heels on?
Yep. So no, it's not always this emotional and deep, but you are just looking at four women. You're looking at four women who talked about the hoods, the things that bother us, issues, random things. It's going to be different episodes. Hence the rest.
And one of
So
the-
just
oh,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
we never really explained what So This Is Podcast, what that means. So this is the actual name of the podcast. So I want you to envision, so this is and then an underline.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that week's topic is, that's what goes in the underline. So for instance, we're discussing daddy issues. So this is daddy issues. Next week, you never know, we might do so this is sex. We're gonna do one of those soon. But also, but we're not going to stray away from the things that hurt. We're going to stray away from things that are real. That's one of the things about this podcast. We are often very, very real.
And
So that's what it looks
a
like.
lot
So
of
this
times,
is-
like through us talking through these different podcasts, we've mentioned many times like I'm just a girl with daddy issues.
Yep.
So this week we're gonna talk about
deep.
said daddy
This
The
is
issues.
funny
issues.
thing
We're gonna
is-
have to carry over into next week too because we're getting
When-
long. We still have a long list of things to cover.
Jeez.
We're gonna have to do this again next week. So sorry guys, you got 2 weeks of emotions, but
Oh,
it's
daddy
real.
issues.
It's real.
Because
You know
one
what?
thing we want to do,
We can do next week. We're gonna do so. This is
Daddy
so this is that
issues?
shoes the wrap up slide. So this is self care. Now, so we're gonna get into the hard stuff and then to get into what we do to help us deal.
We've talked about it briefly before, but it's always a half
we're going
episode.
to, it is, but we're gonna actually
We don't
get
care
into it
enough.
some more. Kim had to excuse herself. No one knows why. But
I do. Bitch got daddy issues. She got to get herself together.
So, again, so we were talking about me and how it affected me. Again, I don't feel good enough all the time. And it's like individually in my own person, I do, in my own person, and saying it aloud, I feel like I am worthy. I know my worth. I'm this, I'm that. However, when it comes down to a man, it's almost as if I completely forget it.
Or it's like, are you sure?
Or it's
Are you
it
sure?
becomes a question mark.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm deserving, but why should anybody else?
Yeah, like I found myself steady texting somebody like, "You don't care about me." He like, "But I do." No,
But
you don't.
You're not relating
You don't-
to me
you-
in the way I needed to be relayed.
And and it all stems back to because the man
because
that I love to begin with
never
he
told me that
never
I was
cared.
good enough.
He
Daddy
never-
never told me that I was good enough. Daddy never told me that I loved you for you. I was never told. My dad, now don't get me wrong. My father isn't an evil man. My father, throughout the years, I was beautiful. Sometimes my daddy wouldn't even use my name. He would just say beautiful. Sometimes he would just say angel. My dad, his nickname for me was Pooh. So when my dad was good, he was good. She said that's why y'all crying.
Yeah,
That's
like-
hilarious. So, but yeah, so
We
when things
do.
are good, it's good. When things aren't, they aren't. And when they aren't, unfortunately, he wasn't.
Trigger warning.
Unfortunately, my dad wasn't consistent enough for the positivity to stick. He did too much negative instead. And so, of course, the negative is what stuck. So, Kim is sliding her, so I might as well slide.
That's
her
enough.
too. So enjoy.
yeah, because he had to get
Enjoy.
right.
So, yeah, so for me, that is how it has affected me. With my parenting, I believe I'm going to overcompensate. I'm absolutely going to overcompensate. I said I never
Danielle.
want my kids to feel what I never want my kids
Who
to
want peach
feel what I felt. I never want that. Because I'm sorry, I can't because they're doing all
I'm
this.
sorry.
I'm sorry, my twin is doing this and I'm trying to
I'll wait
understand.
till
I
you're
was
done.
listening.
Okay, I'm saying.
My daddy never called me beautiful.
Alice said, turn around the sign was backwards. Yeah, that's because she wrote it facing her, but didn't realize it went to relate backwards to you guys. We're working on it. Don't judge us. We're getting it together. She did it real fast on the cuff. But it says,
I don't know
so
which
this is
cuff
daddy
is which.
issues, and it says trigger warning. So, you know, these are some trigger warnings.
Alan, stop being a damn troll.
And this is why you were called a
He
troll.
wasn't the first one to say that, though, because the other Alan said it, too.
No, he said it after the fact. He said the sign was backwards, LOL.
Oh, okay.
Alan Glancy did start it.
He said, you're still great.
I
Oh,
still
Alan.
I don't know whose cups is which.
That's
That's fine. This
I'm
is
gonna just
Kim's.
drink this.
okay. She said, I'm just gonna drink it. What's happening? What is that?
You heard what I said.
No, I honest to God didn't hear
Come
what
to
you
the
said.
back.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Danielle. You were talking.
I don't think it matters anymore. So catch us next
It
week.
does
Your
matter.
parenting.
So
Overcompensating.
thank y'all so much. Shut the fuck up. So I never want my kids to
It's
feel what
much.
that feels like, at least from me, and because it affected me while I was young. I'm aware that things affect children. A lot of times as adults, when we grow up, we forget. We completely forget that as a child you felt things. As a child you had anxiety. As a child you had insecurities. People think because they're kids they don't know any better, but even the Bible says the weaker the wiser. They absolutely know. They absolutely know and they feel it. So I think that due to me feeling, or like I just gave you guys a story about me in the 3rd grade. I have things that goes back a little bit
And
further.
Thanksgiving of 99.
Wait, really quick. Alan
Right.
said, I'm enjoying this podcast and seeing old faces. Hey, Alan.
Hey,
And men
Alan.
deal with father issues. We just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong too,
That's
because
very
like I
true.
also said
This
that a
is
lot of this is
true.
very embarrassing. It is embarrassing sometimes to admit that you're needy. It's
Yeah.
embarrassing to admit that you're clingy. It's embarrassing to
That you
admit that you
overcompensate and need
overcompensate.
validation.
It's embarrassing to say I need validation. It's embarrassing to say that I am an insecure woman. It's embarrassing to say a lot of these things. It's embarrassing to say that these things affect me and this is how I'm affected. So because a lot of times you want to just shrug it off, like I don't have no issues. What you talking about? So a lot of times people identify it as being weak. People identify, oh, you got issues. That's whatever. But no, we all have them. And it may not stem from daddy, it can stem from mama.
Yeah.
It can stem from whatever. You don't know. But
Diamond
yeah.
got parent issues.
Got parent issues.
Alice said it's brave, not embarrassing.
It
for sure. It
I
is
wish
brave.
everybody
Now
thought like
that's
that,
the
though.
stigma. That I'm just saying that to say it's embarrassing is a stigma, but that's how it feels. But what no one knows or understands that it is very brave to admit it. Just say it out loud. It's brave. It's healing. It's a whole thing. The first step to anything is admittance.
So this
So
shit is exhausting, y'all.
it is exhausting.
It is exhausting. I was at work typing out these
Really
questions, and I'm like,
Look, all 4. Did you?
No. I
Okay.
had my chakras realigned. And I was in a very happy place. And I was also high off PM cold medicine, so I was just going through the questions. So
Okay.
I fell
Well,
asleep typing.
2 of the 4 of us cried.
Norvell, hi,
Hello.
So
my
I
church.
want y'all to notice how I didn't interrupt them at all when they said theirs, and I haven't even got through the first half, the first part of the first
To
question.
be fair, I've been quiet the
She
whole
has.
time.
You're hitting real points, sis. And
yeah, like we all.
I cannot help that I'm a word, baby. I told y'all a long time ago I'm a walking, talking vibe. Listen, I appreciate you all having written notes. That makes this podcast really good.
Thanks.
Thank you for your notes.
Thank you!
Ellen.
Thank you for being encouraged.
She does. She does.
She works hard.
She
We have
picks
weekly
up.
meetings.
We do.
because
Um,
I'm obsessive compulsive.
Slightly, but that's okay.
Like I
Okay.
said, we like to think that children don't know any better or they don't understand what they do. They need to be reassured just like we do. They have anxieties like we do. Their feelings get hurt like ours do, etc. So I believe I'm going to be incredibly mindful and careful with my children's both emotional and mental health. Because mental health is very important for all of us, especially for children, because they're so
Especially.
delicate and fragile. Don't get us wrong. Children are very resilient. However, they are sponges. They are blank canvases. And literally what you say and do to your kid is what's
And what you
pouring
put into them.
a picture. Is what you're pouring into is what they have, what they keep. So
Yeah.
for me, I want to pour nothing but love and positivity and acceptance for both of my children. Now, unfortunately, I made the mistake of getting pregnant by a man who decided to no longer be there.
Fuck boy.
I'm not gonna go there.
Just
But
I will.
yes, she will.
This is why we say
Unfortunately, the
Ashley's
father
that
of my
friend.
children has made the decision. He did not tell me about it, but the way he's acting, he made the decision to not be a part of my children's lives. At this point, my children will be 6 months old. And I had the conversation with my children's father while I was pregnant, and it was, if this is going to be, if you're going to set the precedence of not being around for our children's lives, I need you to tell me now. Because I have no problem killing you in the eyes of our children. I will tell my children that your father died in the war. He was a hero. Because I don't want my kids to go
Spit
through
trash,
the thing
absolutely.
of, why don't my daddy want me? Why does my
Bro.
daddy not love me?
You ain't sharing none of this with me because I've been like, your daddy trash. He live on the east side.
Ghost Dad. You want to pull up on him?
Y'all
Because we all together today, bitch.
Oh! Because no third time!
We
Can
are
we wait
all
till it's
together today, B.
We're all
Calm
in
down,
this
baby.
together.
Take a breath. We're gonna get past this. We're gonna get past this.
Friends are always ready to go to work. Okay.
Always ready. However, at this point, the father of my children, I feel as though he made that decision. He didn't verbalize the decision to me. He just decided to go absent. So, I'm being completely real and real with you guys. He actually abandoned me during the pregnancy and was gone. And he popped up a few days after the children were born. He came to see. He saw London. He saw London. I had my children on October 26th. He saw London for the first time November 17th. He has never been to the hospital to see our daughter. At least to my knowledge, he's never been. And I have not seen or heard from him since that day.
He ain't never been, sis. You need you
I'm just
or your
saying.
mama to get up there.
No,
Yeah.
because I wrote a statement that stays in her room who will allow certain people to come in. Your grandmother, she's on that list where she can always
Because
come
she
in.
got praying black grandmothers.
She does. And then her father, I put his name. Her father
on the
is allowed
trustee
to
board.
see her as
Did you
often
put
as he
her
pleases.
TTs on?
I did
Certified.
at the time, it was just that. Whatever. Either way, so my children have never seen him since November. I have not
She
seen
had
She had
twins.
twins.
Oh, yeah,
It
you
wasn't
guys,
like
I
it
had
was
twins.
one then
yeah.
another. It was at the
I
same
had,
damn
oh yeah,
time.
so I did not
Yeah.
make the same mistake twice. I had twins. I had
At
a little
the
boy and a
same
little girl.
damn time.
I had
That
a little
happened.
boy. No, he said you had 2 kids with him?
Like,
At
how,
the same
sis?
time. At the
How you
same
do that a second time?
Hold on,
It wasn't like make a mistake and then let's do it
he
again.
had listened to it,
No.
took it in, and was like, "Bitch, this your fault."
Right, for sure it would be. No. Okay, so again, for those who don't know, I recently had twins. I had a little boy and a little girl. My little girl is still in the hospital. She's been in the hospital since she was born due to
Hey,
a
Javora.
condition.
Hey.
Hello. She has a condition. It's called an unfalocele on her belly. Look that up if you guys feel the need
It
to.
starts
Whatever.
with an O.
Starts with an O.
Follow.
So that's why she's been hospitalized. But thank God, my baby, they're getting
So
ready
I
to
was
send
sitting
her
here
home.
like,
Right.
Yes.
I
But
feel
She got some
Thank
praying
God.
TTs too.
Thank God, my baby, they're getting ready to put her home with her mama and her twin brother.
yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
So, and this you're looking at my village, also my mom and some family of mine. You're looking at my village. Her father, unfortunately, their dad, unfortunately.
They
not
got
a
it, daddy. What's up, boo?
Brian James is my children's godfather. Probably gonna be their surrogate dad until I find that husband again. Hi, husband. We have twins already.
And they're cute as fuck.
And they're so cute. They're so adorable.
They're adorable.
The
They're
boy child is
adorable.
shady. But
My son's so damn shady. And so is my daughter. My daughter, she's so mature. And she be looking at you with her eyes. She be, I'm not gonna smile for you. I nigga, I don't know you. But anyway,
Lauren be like,
so like I said, so I've been wanting to be incredibly mindful and careful with my children's emotional mental health, especially because unfortunately their fathers choose to not be a part of their lives. Again, I told him that he has until my children are able to ask me the question, where is my dad? Before I tell them he did. He did. And that raggedy nigga that might come around you see around hanging around, that's your uncle. So,
That means
that's your daddy brother.
They look a lot alike.
They got a lot of
No,
life.
that's just the truth. Because they won't ever see their daddy.
They probably won't.
They
ever
probably
see
will
that.
see.
They probably will see their uncle.
They might see their uncle. Their uncle has been to my now that's the thing. My children's father, his brother, he has been to the hospital to see my daughter. He has been here to see my son. He is very active in their lives. So shout out to that. Shout out to his side of the family. His aunts are active.
He's an
His,
Aquarius. We got the same birthday.
His aunts
My
are
nigga.
active. I'm sorry. I'm speaking on my children's father. His aunts are active in their lives.
Is he on child support?
Now the paperwork has been filed, and I have to locate him because he wasn't there, so he wasn't on the birth certificate either. They have to
She's
locate
on.
him to
Hey,
decide.
beautiful- my cousin said, "Hey, beautiful queen."
Hello. But yes. But his
Aquarius.
his
Hey,
aunts
girl.
are active. His grandmother is active. His siblings are active. So even though he's not around, my
He
baby's
is
not
actively
missing
missing.
anything. My babies are not
Period.
missing a damn thing.
Not a beat.
So I'm looking for a daddy before they realize you're not my real daddy. Anyway, so
We need somebody that kind of fit the bill.
kind of. So in my relationships, I can kind of see my father in almost all of the relationships or situationships that I had.
Is that scary?
Different things, but all of my father just the same. I find myself back in that space of insecurity, and I'm doing everything I can to keep that love or attention. I go above and beyond in my relationships, and I believe this is why. And that's not to say you shouldn't go above and beyond in your relationships, because you should. However,
Comma.
I should not be doing it for the men in the situations that I am choosing to do it for.
Yeah.
And I am acting like they always say, you end up finding someone who's like your father or your mother, contingent upon if you're a male or female, what you're looking for. I can say that I have literally found my father in quite a few of the men that I have dealt with. Be it the sarcasm, the backhanded compliments, the you choosing other people over me. Now, I have been in a plethora of situations. I have been in different types of relationships. I have never been the one who got chose. And what I mean to say, you have men who they have a woman and they cheat. They leave the woman they cheated with because the woman that they're with, that means that much more to them, so they go home. You also have the men who has a woman and they cheat. And they're happier with the woman they cheated with, so they leave their situation. I have never been the one who was chosen. I always have been the one who was left. Every time. So I do believe that is for sure stemming from the situation with my father, because I am unconsciously going for men who do me that way, who I am fighting for that love. I'm fighting for that attention. I'm
Emotionally
fighting for that
unavailable?
spot. I am forever dealing with men. And I have said this. My type of man is an unavailable one. I don't want it to be. But even in terms of, I could be looking through Facebook, Instagram, a magazine, and a man will stand out to me, and I'm like, oh, he fine. Like, don't get me wrong, I look, oh, he cute, he fine, whatever. But somebody who I'm like, oh no,
He's
I
fine.
want him. Oh, him, I want.
I need that one.
He is every single time he is unavailable in some way. Either you have someone, I don't come across many of them, but I have had my share.
That's the problem now.
I either they have someone, they just left someone and are looking for a new one. They hoes.
That
Like
too.
the ex-
Or all of the above.
I look like the ex one, and you can't. It's a lot.
Lord.
She said it. I disagreed with her. She
So,
said it. I
Alan-
agreed.
Alan says, so is it possible that because of the issues with your
in
father,
my
you
brain
attracted your
voice,
twin's
I
father?
know things.
So the thing about my twin's father, now that I can honestly say, I
Nah.
don't know, not him. I didn't. For him, our situation developed very differently. We were friends for a year. He was my best friend for almost a decade. We were friends for years prior to, and it was just always a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain chemistry, whatever. It was always there. And the one thing I can say about my father is, while he is wildly emotionally, mentally, verbally, and sometimes physically abusive, I'm going to be honest about it, he is. He feels like he will forever have a relationship with his children. He feels like no matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter how often we get into it, we're going to talk, we're going to speak. So I don't find, and that's the thing with my father's children, he has never disrespected me ever. I mean, besides this one, this is a grave offense.
But,
Well,
But
bitch, he
the,
picked
even
the
the
time,
way he's
didn't he?
but
doing
even
it,
this came as a shock.
this
like,
came
to
as such
everybody.
a shock, even to his own family. Everyone is shocked and appalled that he did this to me. Because if you were
All are
around,
the same.
if you were around with us, you would see even the way he talks to me is delicate. The way he deals with me is delicate. He was always a gentleman to me. You always felt nothing but love and adoration for me from him.
Even being
He and
around
her.
them,
Ask her.
even being around them, there was this weird, really crazy connection. And after we would be around them, I would kind of go,
I remember distinctly.
"It's so weird," but y'all
All-
have that thing.
It's like static, but even it'll shock you sometimes. Listen, we was at your birthday party.
Real sorry.
We was,
Oh, that popped up in my
Lit.
time. I just sent it to
I
you.
mean, litty. And you know, drunk say the most honest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he go, man, that girl right there, that's my world. I said, no, sir. That is my world. I would never do anything that would dissatisfy her to the point that we could no longer be friends.
Mm-hmm.
I would never, ever betray that girl right there. That right there is me. When you see her, that's me. He was like, no, I don't think so. I said, you don't have to think because I know.
Right. She literally had a conversation where they went tit for
And
tat
I'm still here,
over-
sis.
Right. They literally went tit for tat over me. That's why when this happened, it was very, very alarming to
And it's crazy 'cause
everyone.
right after that, she found out about
Listen,
the
I'm
twins.
gonna.
Me.
I'm to the point.
Literally,
where
they had
it
this
was her.
conversation at my 30th birthday party. The very next day is the day I found out I was pregnant.
Yeah, literally.
And the day I
The
told him I
very
was
next
Don't
pregnant.
get
day.
mad.
Literally the very next day is the day I found out I was pregnant, and I told him I was
Yeah.
pregnant, and he hung around for the first 2 weeks, and then he disappeared on me. And it was for like 3.5 weeks.
It came as such a shock to me that I'm gonna be transparent. You're not gonna agree with this, but I was really trying to I mapped out all the possible things that could have happened. Cause I'm like, no, he not.
Mm-mm.
No,
Not
that
him.
ain't.
Not him.
No,
I seen them on 8
That's
Mile.
not. And
I wasn't driving.
She saw this nigga on
Listen.
8 Mile. Text the group like, guess who I just saw 8 Mile?
Listen,
Yes, I
I
was
wasn't
on my way
driving.
somewhere and I was like,
I
let's
tried
go.
to get the man to
Let's
stop
go.
so I can get out, jump out on him, you know. He was like, "Girl, we ain't stopping right here on 8 Mile." It was.
Shit.
I sent my location. Ping. This where the motherfucker at right now. If you
She
want to go get him.
absolutely sent me that location. You know what I did?
bitch.
I was very pregnant.
Daddy
I
son.
looked at it and I'm like, what is this? And she said,
We tried to stop.
I just saw him here. And what I did was I said, oh, okay. I closed my phone. I continued watching Nanny and I rolled over and rubbed my
That was
belly.
it.
So
That's
Alan
really what I
Ford
did.
has questions, okay? We're getting to you, Sweet Pea. Okay, so he said, so is it possible that because of the issues you had with your father, you are attracted to your twin's father?
Oh, that's what we
No, we
answered that
addressed.
one
Okay,
already.
so here's the thing with that. So you know what? We're gonna be completely transparent. Yes and no. Cause now Pat doesn't resemble my father in any way, shape, form, or fashion beyond except for they both are light
They
skinned.
clear.
Beyond the fact they're being light skinned, no. Even in the way that they talk and
Carry
handle things.
themselves.
What's ironic though is that he identifies with my father, because the father of my children, he has other children, and like his oldest kid is a girl. And he feels like he's not necessarily as great of a dad to her as he would like to be. And he identifies the relationship that I have with my dad with what he feels like maybe the baby going the same route that he has with his daughter. Except for some of the things my father has done and said to me, he would never do or say to her. But he identifies with that. But I will say, because of the issues that I've had with my father, I have always been more so attracted to men, even in friendship groups. Don't get me wrong, I love women and having friends with women because I feel like as a woman, you need women friends. They
Don't
need
trust
you.
the bitch who say they can't get along with
Don't
women.
trust a woman who says that, because as a woman,
Because
you
she's
need,
coming for your man like the cousin off of Soul Food.
Listen, you need women friends. Even as a man, you need male friends because you need people around you who
Bitch,
understand,
am I lying?
who's going
No.
through the same thing.
Okay.
However, I did
That bitch
also
is
surround myself with a lot of guys. Some of my high school friends, you may remember this picture because it became immensely popular. My buddy picture was me and 3 guys. I was sitting, we all wore black and white. I was sitting and they were all around me, kind of like with their hands like this. And I surrounded myself.
I was like, why you in a picture with a bunch of niggas?
That was my buddy picture because those were my friends. That was my core group of friends. And it was because of my daddy issues. You are absolutely correct. I have surrounded myself with guys to fill that spot because I never felt safe.
Alan said
I
he
never
remembered
felt
that picture.
See, Alan's my high school friend. A lot of people remember that picture because I tried to fill that spot from my dad. I tried to get that male energy that I feel safe. I feel like there's someone that's going to protect me, to look out for me, to love me, to have my back, or whatever the case was. So I did look for that in a lot of guys around. And as a matter of fact, you're absolutely correct. Even with my child's father and his brother, the type of men that they are, they do make you feel safe.
Yeah.
And protected because they are gentlemen at the end of it. I remember I'll be walking with Pat. We just got the car and started walking. He would completely put me on the inside of him if I just happened to be on the outside. He didn't allow me to walk toward the street. With bags, he did not allow me to carry anything but my purse.
Jesus.
If Pat saw something coming down the street, and it was crazy because the father of my children was the first and only man who can tell me to do something and I do it without question because I trusted him. I felt like he would never do anything to hurt or harm me. I felt like he would never do anything because I'm a man, do what I say. I felt like with him, if he's telling me to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. So I'll just do it and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
He sees something that I don't. And that was generally always the case. So again, once this happened, it was very, very shocking.
Super. Shocking.
But yeah, because of the issue that I have with my father, I did look for that in other people. Everything that I was looking for that I missed from my father, I found in my children's father. If we're being honest, everything that I needed from a man, from a dad, I found in him.
Oof.
And unfortunately, he did what my father did, which was completely let me down and completely disappoint me.
So Alan also says, this is Alan Ford, he goes, I'm a spiritual counselor. We neglect our spiritual health. So much, a lot that we experience in the physical is connected to what's dwelling deep inside. We attract what we are.
Yes.
I agree with everything up until the last point.
Now, here's the thing. No, I completely agree with that because there is a thing of, I don't know how to take this. At the very end, at the very end, because we're going to move through this. We're not going to complete this. We are going to have to cut shortly because we have been going a little bit long. This has been a bit lengthy. And we knew it was always going to be a 2-part episode. But I did say on here, too, before, we do have to, as women, also sometimes, as women and men, some of the issues unconsciously we send off signals.
Yeah.
What you're looking for. Sometimes it's so loud and it's so bright that it attracts that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's very, very scary, and we do have to be very, very.
Finish this.
We can't,
It's
Alex.
gonna take forever.
We're literally on question 2, and we have 6
You
more
trying to stay up
questions.
to 2 a.m. or no?
I'm going out tonight.
But I did
How you
say that
doing?
sometimes well, that's the next question. How we'll get to it later on. But sometimes we do. There is like a flashing red light, almost a radar, almost like we're a lighthouse in the fog, and it shows what you're looking for. And sometimes you do attract vultures because there are some people who are predators, and they prey on that. They look for that insecurity to prey on it. Men and women both. And it's different issues, not just these. So sometimes I completely agree with you. Sometimes we do attract what we are.
Yeah.
You attract what's around you. Like I attracted these goof troops as my fucking friends. We're
Wait
all
a
very,
minute,
very
bitch. I'm
similar.
the best thing that happened
We're
to
all
you.
very,
The
very
best friends
similar.
ever.
We're the best friends. Best friends.
We're the
Anyway,
three
best
best
friends.
Anybody can have.
We're the
best friends that
anybody can have.
We're the 3 best friends that
Anybody can have. Okay.
Hey,
So Alan, I don't agree because I feel like my husband and I are quite night and day. I don't feel like we are.
I mean, that's still
The
the
same
opposite
person.
attract too.
yeah.
And I feel like his sane
They
balances
say keep
out
it
my
going.
crazy.
Everybody's like, no, don't end.
Oh my
Keep
gosh,
it
this is
going.
crazy.
Well, let's just get through question 3.
Okay, so we'll
Okay,
go a
let's
little
do
bit
question
longer.
Ah, guys.
We'll go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But we
Thanks
got
for liking
something
us.
Thank you so
tonight.
much.
Oh my gosh, you like us.
Oh my gosh, you gotta restart Instagram.
You're giving me
Instagram.
all
Nobody
Validation.
out there but
You are
Diamond
giving
Jules
us
88.
all of the
That's okay.
validation
That we need from our
need.
D's, but okay.
Daddy's never gave us love like
Don't you
that.
validate me like this.
Don't you validate me?
He never said spend more time with me.
Okay.
They like us.
They really
They really like us. So okay. So at this point in life,
Better than the view. You know what, Ellen? Thank you.
The white women.
period.
Because we're
Okay.
all African American and we're magically delicious.
So at this point in life,
Oh, I'm sorry. We're on to question 2. I never even got to question 2. That was on
3.
question 1. guys.
What?
no, that was
that's
3.
3.
I'm sorry, 2. So we're on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point in life, if possible,
Yes.
what can be done to rectify the situation with your father?
Right.
So what can make the situation better?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I said, as I explained to y'all, I never got a sincere apology. It was, I need something, so here go a motherfucking So for me, it was maybe a sincere, heartfelt apology. I know I wasn't shit, but I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
I feel like that would at least be a start. That's a start. It's not going to erase the 31 years
Facts.
of you not being there.
Okay.
However, I feel like that could at least be somewhere. We don't always have to be where we are.
Right.
Yeah.
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 He says for her, hers is to respect him and keep her distance.
Alice and Diamond, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
From high school.
Al-
Go to
Alafort.
Alafort.
He went to high school with
Look at
us.
him.
I didn't go to high school with you, but thank you for watching, tuning in, and giving your feedback. You're awesome.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
can, it's okay. Just
Counselor.
This
pull it down.
alien
Pull it
phone.
down. We don't need to see it
Yeah,
right now.
she
She got an
Okay,
air
I'll
dryer. We
go
don't know how
next.
to
I'm
work
sorry, I
them.
don't remember you, Alan.
Okay, I'll go next.
I didn't do drugs
So
in high
number
school. I
3
swear.
says, what could be done to rectify the situation? I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know, just because I have daddy issues, but I feel like I don't have daddy issues because he's there and I know he's there. But it's just one of those where I've lived so long not having the relationship
I'm good loving
that
Joe.
I'm kind of okay not having the relationship. And don't get me wrong,
Sorry,
we talk every once in a while.
I'm just messing with
The
you.
last time, actually, he called me to ask me had I talked to my
It's not
sister
worse than what
because
London did
she
to
hadn't
me.
talked to him in 2 weeks.
Why hadn't she talked to him in 2 weeks?
I don't know because he said something. But then he also said, yeah, Spartan, MSU killing them, baby. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's up. And he's like, I always tell people my I got one daughter that's a Wolverine, one daughter that's a Spartan. My sister is a graduate of U of M. I went to Eastern
She's
Michigan.
an eagle.
Wrong
green and
eagle.
white.
Wrong green, son.
I'm an
Although we was the original green and white.
I'm an
normal color.
emu. Why? How?
But you know what's funny?
Sorry,
like
ma'am.
my dad
So
called me when I graduated from high school. Randomly he do call me like
Javora, baby.
he do call me randomly on holidays. So he called me when I graduated from high school and said, "Congratulations on graduating from college." And I was like,
I'm 18.
wait, really
You
quick.
off,
We gotta tell.
We have to
Javor's-
tell Javor's story.
Javor
Okay,
said,
go ahead.
I didn't meet my birth dad until I was 24.
Jesus.
I am now 31 and trying to build with my 19 siblings. He has, and I'm the oldest.
Ooh.
It's hard because you can't get back time.
You can't, and I think that's kind of how I feel.
That
The
is the
father of
word.
Kind
my
of how I
children
feel.
has 9 children.
Yeah, that's kind of
My
how I
baby
feel.
daddy got 2.
I ain't got no
My
kids.
first baby's dad, he just had. Did I tell y'all he had a new
Biologically.
baby?
Congratulations.
Again?
He's had a new baby.
He need a snip.
A girl too. Isn't
Oh.
that something? The first girl.
Is her name going to be
except for
Kamari?
him. Anywho, Brittany said.
She said, "Woo, child."
Yeah, but I do agree, Javor. You can't get that
Okay.
time back, and I
Okay.
think part of
Yeah.
me.
Javor just said something. I gotta ask this question. She said, yes, and I have 3 kids who he has no relationship with. How do y'all feel about y'all father's relationship with y'all kids?
Well, here's the thing. Our relationship is not the best, so I really don't expect for you and their relationship to be the best either. And I said too, like, this might be one of those things that, like, in therapy I'll break down about.
Yeah.
But right now it's like, this is how the last however many years of my life has been going. You pop up, you say, hey, and then you out. So it's like, I'm kind of used to that.
She said she just wanted
And
to
then
take
too,
that
the
time.
thing is, one thing I know for sure, that this part is, anybody who doesn't want to genuinely be around my children, I don't want you there. I don't want you there.
You don't need to be there.
Even if you happen to be their other Kamari's dad, whoever, if you don't genuinely want to have a relationship with my children, I'm okay with that, just because of the fact that maybe it's not necessary right now. Maybe whatever you're into is something my children don't need to be surrounded by. And I know for a fact that was part of the reason that my mother sometimes would keep him away, because he was into stuff that I shouldn't have been around. One day he came over at
Wow.
really late at night. One day he came over my dad came over really late at night, and it was raining hard outside. I never forget this. He came over my house to chill for a little bit. She seemed like she didn't want him there from the beginning. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we about to read that as soon as I
Yeah, as soon as she
story.
finishes with this, we're gonna get
Yeah.
right
My
to
mom,
it, that's crazy.
We're going to get to you, Alan.
He came over and we chilled. We had the best time because, again, like all you described before, my father was my moon and my stars. My mama was cool. You know,
Mom was cool.
You know,
but daddy
I
was
love
life.
her,
But daddy was
Daddy
it.
was
when he
life.
showed up,
The
it's
sun,
like,
the
oh,
stars,
yeah.
the moon.
So he came over to chill for a while. It was pouring down raining, like super duper hard. He kept asking my mom to stay, and my mom was like, "No, Melvin, you gotta go." She called him a taxi, and I was so upset at my mother, not knowing that whatever reason she had to send him away was a reason that could have possibly affected me directly. So seeing that now, if anybody doesn't genuinely want to be around my children, if someone is away, I think of it as kind of like God allowing this to happen.
Keeping that
This
force
is
field.
this God is protecting us, so that's why you're not here right now. So I think part of that was me. Part of the reason that I don't get too upset about him and I, our relationship, is the fact that I feel like it's God maybe it's God protecting me from whatever. You know, not saying that he's physically abusive, not saying but it could be an emotional thing. Maybe he says things that aren't kind. I don't even know because we don't have that type of relationship, but maybe this is God freeing me from that. God protected me from that.
So we're going to read this, and then you can go, and then I'll go.
Jesus.
Alan says, my dad was physically fit all my life and always told me I could not be his kid because there were not any fat Fords.
Wow.
To this day, I have that insecurity. I've been single 6 years because I've never had the confidence to pursue. Saying father issues and emotional well-being for kids is so serious that we have to be that change for the new generation. We have to love people for how they are and what they are for right now. Let me tell you, okay? Let me get real.
Take your glasses off.
Take my glasses off.
Don't nobody want a skinny dude. Big dudes is in season,
Don't
baby.
nobody wanna-
Go get sister work with you because she looking at you.
Listen.
But listen, I remember my dad, like, coming to visit my dad, and him, this was a very odd time because he didn't give us money, but he gave me like $5 and he gave my brother $20 and told me to lose some weight. So I understand because my dad was like, yeah, you too fat.
Hey, fun fact, recently my dad sent me something on Facebook that said if you look in the mirror and your clothes aren't fitting right, maybe it's not the clothes, maybe it's you. Basically, like, you got to dress.
Or I got the wrong size.
My dad told me happy birthday on Facebook the day after my birthday.
It's okay.
And
But
then
it's okay.
Alan also said, I've never been told I was handsome or good looking from not one family member. It's so surreal to hear it. I don't think my parents understand how much it hurt me to grow up feeling like the ugly fat kid
what?
that they had. And now today everyone wonders why I never show up to anything.
Can I tell you?
Let me
here's
tell
the
you,
thing.
your cousins want to see you. Because I didn't have, like, a real relationship with my cousins because I kind of felt like an outsider. But I be coming around my cousins. My cousins love me. I love all 50,000 of my cousins on all sides. And by all sides, I mean my stepdaddy's cousins, my mama cousins on my daddy's side and my grandmama's side, my daddy cousins on my mama's side, on his mama's side and his daddy's side. I like seeing all my cousins and they love seeing me. Go see your family. Don't let them niggas hold you back. And
No.
yes, I'm
Here's
talking
the
about
other
you.
thing.
Because you're not unattractive.
You are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Listen, here's
Like-
the thing.
You grown
I
ass man,
think
you handsome.
Hell no.
part of the reason that I feel as strongly
I just
as
told
I
them
do.
about I'm broken.
part of the self-confidence thing is I'm a firm and true believer in God. That's part of the reason I feel like my relationship is as tight with God as it is because I'm about to preach, but Psalm 68, 5, something like
Take
that.
him to church, Cal!
Yes! I didn't go to Good Friday service. Take me to church.
No, but it says that God is the father to the fatherless, and I feel like
You looking at the
I was
photos,
watching
baby.
Iyanla. Shout out to Iyanla because she be
Big
fixing people's
she
lives.
knows.
She always fix
But
people's
she
lives.
said
Be
to
blessed,
one of
beloved.
these fathers who
I
weren't in
love
their
what you said,
father.
beloved, to
the-
everybody. Beloved.
And one of the
I love
people,
it.
one of the guys who was a father who wasn't really active in his child's life, she said to him, "You didn't really come. You weren't ready to be somebody's father. So it was a lot for you to ask of you to be a father. A lot of these daddies didn't have daddies who were there, so they don't know how to be there.
Yeah.
But for me,
That
that is
doesn't-
bullshit.
No,
That's
it
a
is.
motherfucking
No,
excuse
I'm not
because
saying
you know what it
no,
was.
No, I'm not saying that that's.
I mean,
the
I'm not saying
excuse.
that you are.
I'm
But
just saying that's
for
the
those
psyche.
out there who feels like, well, I didn't have a
No,
daddy,
that's
so
not
I don't
an
know how to
excuse.
be a daddy. That's some bullshit.
No, I'm saying
because you
that's-
know what the fuck it felt like to not have a goddamn daddy.
No,
you
for
know what
real.
the fuck it felt like to not have your mama. You know what it felt like for somebody to disrespect you, to completely disregard you, to completely ignore you and neglect you. So do not do that to the next, generation or to anyone else.
And
Because you know what
that's
the
what
fuck.
I'm
Go ahead,
not. So
Kimberly,
I'm
I'ma
not.
go.
I'm not completely.
You already
I'm
went.
not excusing
No,
it
no,
at
no.
all.
I'm saying we
I'm
didn't
not
bring that.
excusing it
That was
at
a
all. I'm saying
segue.
this is the
So,
psyche,
I
though.
didn't
This
finish
is
the
the
thing.
stuff that they've dealt with in their past. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle. And
Divorce.
it has, but also with that, it has to be a decision made by you to not do things the way that you happened to do it or happened to
Yeah,
learn
Yo, real
how
life.
it was. And
Okay.
and so I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying that that's
Hey,
the psyche
Sheena.
behind some of these men.
Two
I'm not saying
things.
that you're excusing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
yeah.
if you are a man and you're watching this and that's your psyche, go fuck yourself. You're a fuck boy.
Two things. One, Javor said, "For when the mother and father forsake me, God will take me."
That's
Yes.
right. Come on.
Come on,
Okay.
scripture.
Two,
Come on.
my brother and I, we have different dads. My older brother and I have different dads, and his dad was
Yeah.
too. Anyway, my brother is no longer with his child's mother, and he had custody of his kid 1 week, right? Because they trade off weeks. And I was like, yeah, the girl's about to go over mom's house and they gonna spend the night. And he was like, oh, that's dope. And my nephew was like, Daddy, I want to go. And he was like, no, we're gonna kick it. We're gonna watch the movies. He was like, but I want to go over Gigi house. That's what they call my mama. I want to go over Gigi house. And he like, no, it's okay. I'm like, why can't he go? And he like, I mean, this is week with
This
me.
is my week.
I want to spend time with him. I want to be able to spend that time. I said, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're not saying. I am understanding that you don't want to be what your father was.
Mm-hmm.
But by making him stay here with you,
Mm-hmm.
high key selfish. Let him experience these times with his cousins.
His
Because
people.
you remember spending nights with your cousins.
Mhm.
You remember going over your grandma's house. He was like, but I had to. But he has the choice.
But he has a choice.
Let him have
and
the
it's
choice.
obvious
'Cause-
that you are a stand-up dad for him to say, Daddy, I want to go over there. Because if you weren't a stand-up dad, you weren't around, he'll be, Daddy, I don't want to go. I want to be with you.
I wanna
I want
be
to stay
with
with you.
Right. But here's the kicker. His mother's side doesn't have immediate cousins. Like, when they got married, they had one child on their side.
Mhm.
That's why they did like a no kids wedding, because she was like, it don't make sense for my family. Like, y'all the ones with the kids. Like, no shade, but
No
y'all the ones
shade,
with the
but
kids.
y'all
Right.
the kids.
And like,
Listen, tell Turtle if Jess want to go somewhere, he can be busy. Holler at me. Got baby sisters on that.
Shameless plug.
bitch, you better crawl up on my brother.
And
First of all, I want to say how you was hating. He was going to rub coconut oil on my tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
okay,
I
so
sure went and got the
hater.
coconut oil and was like, let me see it.
They so
He
raggedy.
went to go wash his hands. And then
She was like, you not gonna wash his hands? I said, no,
Then I
bitch.
said, you can wash your hands. And that's it. That is open.
And
she was such a hater.
Shame.
hey, Turtle,
Shame.
she free.
Shame.
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 Okay.
I be that.
Listen, her
Okay.
last name, my kids.
Okay, we have another one.
Justin
Sierra
and
said
Justina,
something.
and last name, last name. Okay.
Sierra said something.
I'm a
Sierra said, I had a real conversation with my father, and he told me the reason he wasn't there for my sister and
No.
I was because of
No.
my mother. He blamed her
No.
for everything.
No, because can't nobody keep me from my fucking kids.
Can't no
This-
nothing but death can keep me
Story
from it,
time.
baby.
Real quick,
Even if I die, my love will still haunt you.
my cousin Ashley is a boy, and he has it out. He has it out with his baby mamas often. He like, yeah, these bitches won't let me see my kids. Let me go to the court.
There's a court system put in place
There is
for
a whole
that.
court.
He said,
for
oh,
that.
sis, you think you just receiving child support, nothing else? Oh, you gonna get this
Give
money,
me
but
my
I'm gonna
babies.
get
I'm
my
gonna fight
kids.
for my babies.
Yeah.
And he is down there all the time on they ass like, where my babies?
Flat out.
That's not an excuse. Your father made an excuse.
Yep.
Javor
that's
said
what it
facts.
was.
Nothing will keep me from my kids.
Nothing.
Period.
So
I can't even imagine.
I don't even have
not-
kids
you wanna go on to
biologically,
your
but
number
ain't
three?
nobody
I think
even
it's
me
mine
from
yet.
my
Yeah.
dad.
well, no, I had asked you about your relationship, about your father's relationship with your kids.
Oh, Javor said pistols work too.
Javor,
Not on Facebook.
no, we can't do that, baby.
Not on Facebook.
It's other
Friends don't
reasons,
let friends go
but
to
we
jail
just can't do that
bond.
without bond money.
She gonna cost
And I got bond.
You got bond?
I got bond, baby.
So
Okay.
you said something about our kids.
So, how do you feel about your father's relationship with your kids? Like, would you prefer that they have one? Do you care if they have one?
Well, right now, for me personally, honestly, ironically enough, my mother and I just had this conversation earlier. For me and my father, I want no parts of that man. No parts.
Okay.
And that's because, like I told my mom, I have came at the relationship with my dad in multiple facets, in multiple ways. I tried different things. I tried to.
I feel you, girl.
I tried to be honest. I tried all these different things, and it still blew up the same. And when I discovered that my father, when he gets upset, he will do and say anything that he can he will weaponize anything to try to harm me. That is when I decided I cannot do it. I can't. So that's what I told my mom. I have tried. This isn't my father and I have not fallen out one time. It has not been once, twice, thrice. 4, 5, 6. We 6, 7 times in. We're multiple times in, and every time I was very, very forgiving. I went back.
Keep going,
very,
baby.
very forgiving. I contacted again. We talked again. It's went to the point before I changed my entire phone number. However,
which fucked up my whole life because I knew it by heart, and I was like,
my number used to be 313-454-9110. Before the past, I would say almost 10 years. It's been 313-XXXX.
Protect your peace. That is my mantra. Protect your peace.
Bye, Alan.
Bye, Alan. You can catch it on Facebook.
You can catch it on
Just fast forward
Facebook.
through, boo.
But yeah, but
Thanks,
yes, you have to
Alan.
protect
Thank you for the
yourself and your
compliment,
peace,
too.
even from people who have the title mommy, daddy, granddaddy, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, auntie, best friend,
Anybody
boyfriend,
living.
girlfriend, husband, fiance, wife, whomever. You have to protect yourself and your peace.
Period.
And for me, the best
As
way
you
to protect
should,
my peace is
like
to
my niece
just
says.
completely peace out, Mike. However, when it comes down to my children, my mother had invited my father to the hospital to see my daughter, completely against my will and my wishes. However, but it wasn't big enough that I blocked him from seeing her either, because I could have put him on the do not visit list. But for me, I don't do that, because what you and I have going on has nothing to do with my children.
Yep.
So if you want to go see your granddaughter, for sure, my baby needs all the love that she can get.
Hey, Shantini.
He has never met my son, but that's because my son is
I hope
always.
you get dressed, Heifer.
My son's always with his mother. I am not a weekend mother. My son is always with me. So,
Right up.
So my mom and I talked about this. I told her, listen, I don't mind my father having a relationship with my children. However, he's gonna have to go through her, because I don't want to talk. I don't want no beef. I mean, for me, it's no beef, no problem, no smoke. You just stay on your side of the planet, and I'll stay on mine.
Yep. Seriously.
I'ma love you from a distance. That's the best that I can do for
That's
you
the
and
best.
for me. I will love you from afar.
Yep.
But to go into my number 3, because them 2 answers, Ashley and I have not gotten to it yet. But for my 3, and it's at this point, what can be done to reconcile? For me, the thing with my father is nothing can be done to reconcile it, because my father is almost 50 years old, if not 50. You are a 50-year-old man, which means you are set in your ways. You will not change. You will not edit. And for me, I will not ask you to. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And baby, I got all the belief.
Yeah,
And that is who you are. And for me, that is outside my personal scope of support. So for me to get through my own personal issues, because you may be the start of them, but you are not the end of my issues.
Mm-hmm.
You may have started this problem, but at the end of the day, it is still my issue. It is up to me to fix that, solve that, try to come to some resolution with that. So for me, at this point, I believe in simply being conscious of it. Again, I told you, admittance is key. Admittance is the first step to any and everything. You cannot fix something that you are denying exists. You cannot fix something that you are ignoring. You cannot fix something that you have buried down so deep that you completely forgot that it's there. And you're trying to worry about, what is this manifesting in your life? What is this manifesting in my relationships? Why am I like this? Why am I doing certain things? You can't fix something if you completely ignore or deny its existence.
Them bills still coming to your house if you don't pay them.
If you don't pay, it's still there. The lights are gonna get cut off. All that mound of trash and that carpet is gonna get to be gonna start tripping over all them lumps. Eventually, eventually it's gonna spill out from the seams. Eventually, you're sad and you don't know why. You're crying, you don't know why. You can't find your mate, you don't know why. You're fighting and tussling with your mate, you don't know why. You're fighting with yourself, you don't know why. You're looking for validation in all these strange places and you don't understand why. Until you say out loud, this happened, this affected me, this has done this, you can't get past it. Yes, you can't fix anything you won't acknowledge first.
broke.
It's broken.
Yep.
It's something. It's something there. This is what it is. It does not make you weak. It does not make you unworthy to admit that you have some of these issues.
knowledgeable.
It makes you nothing but
aware.
knowledgeable
Aware.
and aware. And what that does is knowledge is power. It does nothing but arm you.
Yep. It makes you stronger.
That's facts.
So for me, at this point, I simply believe in being conscious of it. If you know this is an issue for you and you have the tendency to deal with that type of guy. Now, this is dealing with me, for instance. I have an issue to where I am attracted to and I attract unavailable men. So because I can say that and I know that's a thing, when I am now approached by it, I know I gotta escape.
Yeah.
Some things when it comes up, you recognize, oh shit, there's that thing
This
I be
is it.
doing. Let
There's
me
that
stop. Trigger warning, shots fired.
trigger. Pop, pop.
And in the meantime, between time, go get help. Talk to somebody. Talk to your girlfriends. If
Tell
you ain't got the insurance
somebody.
for it, go
Tell
holler at your
somebody.
therapist. Talk to yourself. Pray about it. Get a diary. Write in it.
Really quickly,
Color.
there is two things. I after Danielle had the twins, I was noticing some things in her, and I was like, okay, let me, because I always pray for her, but let me get her something. I got her a prayer box. You
Sure
can
did.
find them at Marshalls. You can find them, I'm sure, at Home Goods. I'm sure at TJ Maxx. They're all sister brands. But I got her a prayer box.
Sure
You
did.
don't have to get it from them places. You can go to Michael's. You can get a plain box.
You
If you
can
want to
make a
paint it,
box.
if you
You
want to
can make
color
a
the box, if you want to do
I'll make you
whatever.
one.
Or diamond _ jewels.
On Instagram,
88.
she'll make you one.
We'll make you one. But write down what's ailing you. Write down your prayers. Put it in the box. Pray over it.
Yeah.
You will be shocked
Um,
at what comes out while you're writing. Because
Yep.
sometimes you don't know what to write. Literally take a pen, put it to paper, and just start. Even if you like
Just
to type,
let your thoughts
just let it take you
hop
away.
onto your page.
Even in praying, there is a prayer for you while you're laying down, while you're sitting, while you're on your knees in a closet. There is different scriptures for different ways
Matthew
that you pray
6
and all
and
of
9
that.
covers
you
it
can
all.
pray in every single
What is
way.
it, sis?
Let's
It's the Lord's
cry
Prayer.
out to the Lord, baby. Just cry. I mean,
Say it.
because
Never
we
know.
are all God-fearing women on here. I
Jesus.
don't know if you are. I don't know
just
if you
saying.
are religious or spiritual, whatever it is, but cry out to whom and what it is that you believe.
Yep.
Let it out. If you have to scream, cry it out. Yell, whatever the
Yes.
fuck comes to your mind, just get that shit
Get
out of
it
you because
out.
that shit will fester and it
It
will
will.
turn into poison. That shit will
will.
drive you crazy. But
And then
you
you'll be
have
wondering
to.
why you're angry all the time.
Why you're
Whoa.
angry.
Yeah.
Why am I snappy?
Why do I feel like I need to sit Indian style and just cry and nothing's
Burn some
wrong?
incense.
In the
Cry.
I
corner,
literally,
in the corner of my basement with a
I
bottle of
literally,
wine.
I went through my time hop today to look at my memories, and a year ago today, I said, I just feel like I need to sit Indian style and just cry. Nothing's
Yeah.
wrong. I just
I
feel like
like
I
you
need to
just cry.
cry.
Sometimes, and someone just mentioned Javor. She said, I have a prayer space in my closet and powerful prayer warriors too. Yes, I talk out loud and
Yes.
private to God.
Yes.
Now, I will be absolutely honest with you. I have gotten so deep, so dark to where
What
I
you
could
say?
not pray myself out of it. So you know what I did? I contacted them. Those are my
And we
sisters.
did.
Those are my bridge. Those are my prayer warriors. There's a meme, and it's like it's 3 men, and they're carrying a log over a cliff. And it was the first guy went over it or whatever, but the other 2 held him up while he did. Then the middle was dangling in the middle, but the first one in and kept him up. Then when the time for the last one to come over, he was dangling, but the other 2 held him up. That is what that means. Sometimes we do get so deep, so dark. Sometimes we can't see our way out. So you need people around you
That can see
who are
it.
willing to be like, hey,
Hey,
you drowning, I got you. I got you. And
You're underwater,
sometimes it's
babe.
not your mate. Sometimes it's the wrong person. Sometimes it is your mate. But even sometimes with them, that's why I said you do, as a woman, you need girlfriends. As a man, you need male friends.
I
Because sometimes
just-
your mate, they can't relate, but you need people around you who love you and see you, and they see that you have not been you for a long time.
I just literally made
me
a
to
status maybe like 2 days ago.
She did because she got
And I was crying at work. I was just, ugh. But I literally thanked them because I just came from a very dark space, very, very dark space. Like I literally had everything I did. It was forced to do. Nothing. Going to work was forced. Like, washing up was forced. Eating was forced. Like, everything. Like, I literally came to Ashley's house one day and she was like, that's okay. I'll wash your hair. I'll do your hair. Like, I couldn't do anything for myself. I called Danielle, like, when the stuff was, like, really, really happening.
Oh, yeah.
I could barely even breathe.
Yeah.
Because I just was crying so
And I
hard.
called this nigga to the house. Come on, we talk about it. We talk about it. Just come on.
So sometimes it is the people that surround you that will carry you. I was not myself for a long time. For like literally the past, maybe this April, maybe the last 4-5 months, I was not myself.
She wasn't.
I literally was just on autopilot. If you see me smiling or laughing, it was just on autopilot.
She was a ghost of herself.
I literally was a shell of a diamond.
It was the
But every
mask
time
that we
she
wear.
got to her house, when she got in her car after work, it was a wrap. She broke down. She cried talking about Wingstop.
I did. I had a whole breakdown about Wingstop. I did.
Real thing. Me, I got so crazy to where sometimes I didn't even notice it myself, but like she did. It was some things that happened. My daughter's condition kind of took a turn. They had to do something drastic for her, and I didn't sleep for 3 days. I kept running. I just kept running. I kept going to go do things, take care of things. She was like,
And
"You
I
in
kept
London?
praying, and I
Come
kept
over
praying,
to my
and I
house
kept
this
praying."
weekend, and we're going to keep him. Go do whatever it is you need to do." I did nothing but stay in our basement, but
She
they
just
took him.
Slept.
I slept.
And I threatened the hell out of my kids. They was like, Auntie, I said,
Auntie
get your
Danny.
ass up here.
TT
You better let
Yeah,
her sleep.
I literally just looked at the pictures. Like, when I was going through real tough, I went over to Ashley's house, and the girls, they wanted to play in my hair. They wanted to help TT out. Her oldest daughter said, TT, I'm going to fix your broken heart. I'm like, how you know it's broken?
Bro, because weaker the wiser. What did we tell you?
Yep.
But
And then,
Yep.
also,
Bria-
just a couple days ago, just this week, I was going through. I had a mental breakdown recently.
did?
you
A
don't
whole
want to hear the
nervous
Wingstop story.
breakdown. We do want to hear the Wingstop story. She's gonna tell it. Because I started cracking at the seams. Like I told her, and because I was doing the craziest things. Like I kept. Okay, don't get me wrong. I make a song out of everything, but I kept doing it. It was almost like I was a broken toy, and I was walking around this house pacing, just doing crazy shit. And I mean, just around. Just you would say something to me, and instantly it's a song. I turned into a musical. I did ask Manny, he was here.
She
He
was
kept
like
going,
a
what the fuck is
child.
wrong with you? She FaceTimed me. I resulted in, but that was my form of a break. And I told her that, what's wrong with you? I said, I'm having a mental breakdown and no one is noticing because I'm hilarious.
And I asked her 5 separate times, what is causing this breakdown?
But you know, I didn't
And
hear her
she-
because I was taking care of my son. So I didn't hear her at the time. I was doing things
It was
for
like
him.
a fog.
Completely lost. And what's crazy was the day before and the day before that, one of our friends noticed. He noticed that something was wrong. And he didn't even tell me that he noticed something was wrong. It was just, he started sending me inspirational podcasts. He sent me inspirational memes. And at first I got him, what the fuck? Why is
What
he?
you trying to say?
No, it was just, oh,
You like
I got
offended.
facts. What is this? I was like, why is this shit to me? But he noticed.
Yeah.
It's like what I don't know what it was. He sensed it via Snapchat and text. I just got all these different things, and they helped. And it was like yesterday, I let him know. I was like, today I feel amazing, but it registered to me what he was doing.
Also get your chocolate.
Shut up. Anyway, I noticed, and it was. I had to tell him like today I feel absolutely amazing, but thank you for the minute that you did. It was like it took me to be clear. My chakras were aligned, so I was able to see what he was doing very, very subtly.
Yeah, our
And
friend
he was
Aaron-
like, you needed it. And I was like, damn, how you know me like that?
Listen, God will send.
Yeah.
Any
So,
nigga,
anybody,
when I was
baby.
going through the most, Aaron would just randomly send
Shout out to
me.
Erin Ramsey. I host paint parties. Holla at her if you want to host a paint party.
Because
She
she's
will come-
available.
She's
She will pull
available,
up. You can
and she's
drink your
bomb.
wine.
Get her before she booked and busy. Because she
Because
on
she
her
be
way.
booked and
She is.
busy.
She be
Sis
real
Be
busy.
booked
Sis
and
be booked
busy.
and busy. She
You
just
better
did a
catch her
paint
on the
party for
ground up.
Eastern Michigan University.
You better
Woo,
catch her
woo.
on the ground up because the price is going up, boo.
They will rise.
Period.
Just
But-
like Jesus.
She would send me songs and be like, listen to this. And I'm like, I don't feel like listening to nothing because everything was forced. But she sent me a Lizzo song.
Oh,
And-
which one? It ain't no
No, it's I'll tell you.
Somebody
But-
said, I've had strangers speak life into me. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
But sometimes,
Some of
again,
my
they are
customers.
angels because God knew. God sent that
Dang.
angel
Yo.
to come to touch you. Like, hey, all right.
I once had an inkling to talk to this completely
You did.
straight
Good as hell
woman.
is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Good as hell. That literally.
Ooh, that is scary.
Just
when
look-
that feeling come over you,
Yeah.
you wanna talk to somebody.
Just something come over you like, no,
Yeah.
you need to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too that I think that we should promote more is the ARC. The ARC. I got the ARC thing from Evan Almighty, but ARC and an act of random kindness.
Yeah.
For sure. If you can, just randomly be kind to people, be the change you want to see in the world. Sometimes it's very, very small. You don't know how a very small thing can affect someone
Anybody,
else's
yeah.
day.
That is very
You never
true.
know.
You never
We
know.
need to love each other more, especially as Black people. We for sure need to love each other more, care more. I mean, just as humans all, because there really is one race that's a human
We ain't
race.
saying take on their burdens.
No, we ain't
Don't
saying
take
that at all.
No.
But, however,
However, comma.
Listen, prayer is really effective when you do it.
It is.
It
You
is
know what?
very
Go
effective
ahead.
when you do it.
pull up
Yes, Mama-
Maxwell's Black Summer, Midnight Black Summer's Night,
Yeah.
and pull up Help Somebody.
Help somebody.
Tracy said Erin does kids parties
She
as well.
does.
She does.
She
Yeah,
does. And she
she
does
does.
them well, damn it. She did one with the
Unicorn
unicorn.
parties. Whatever your idea is,
I just saw
she
some
will bring
unicorn
it to
socks
life.
I was about to buy for her, but they looked a little shady, so I didn't buy
I
them.
just found some mermaid socks for you.
Really?
did.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a mermaid. Erin's a unicorn.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm
mermaid,
also a
too.
unicorn.
I'm
I'm a
Kim.
hybrid.
It's awesome.
I'm a hybrid.
Um,
I had to
So,
give me my
Javor,
animal.
you asked when are we going live next?
Every
We
Friday,
go live
baby.
every Friday.
Between
Okay.
8 and 10.
you
yeah.
never know with us.
We will-
Because
Random.
we are African Americans.
We like to keep you guessing.
They got kids.
We're African Americans.
We
We
generally
time.
we generally decide on Wednesdays, and we start promoting then. So go ahead, follow our Instagram, follow our Facebook. We will put posts up there.
Oh, Evan coming. I didn't even see him.
She said, I ran across this on my timeline. Evan Coleman commented, and ladies, that was my
Hey,
job because
shout
I
out
needed to
to
hear this, especially
Evan.
about Dad's
Shout
topic.
out to Evan.
We'll come back next week because we are about to wrap or whatever, but we
We've
have
been
a
talking
slew
too long.
of
Really?
We're gonna do
Yeah.
part 2.
Sorry, guys. We normally would have cut
Sorry.
by now, but you guys asked us to keep it going a little
And I still
longer,
ain't read
so
my
we
number
did.
3.
No,
It's okay.
Yes.
We're gonna come back to Ashley's
Next
number 3,
week,
and we're gonna go through the rest
we're
of the
going
list.
to
Well, let me just do
continue.
this.
No,
real
for
quick,
real.
'cause
She gonna
I'm
do her
not
number
gonna-
3?
I'm not gonna remember next week.
No, you are. I'm so.
Well, because it was a 2-part question, the daddy thing, and then the listen,
How do
y'all,
you
real
reconcile?
quick.
I said, no, that was
Do I want my father to have a relationship with my kids? When my kids see my daddy, they don't know him. When I was pregnant with my second daughter, Brooke, my dad randomly called me one day and was asking all these pointed, why haven't you type ass questions. And it was days after the diaper shower that I had for Brooke because they were so close together. I was not having another baby shower. And because that's raggedy. Anyway, so
quick baby shower etiquette. If you have a kid back to back, you do not have another shower
Do not
unless
have
it's of the
another
different
shower.
sex.
I did. Hey, Alan said
Bragging.
he wants to hear Wingstop story. So after
However,
this,
too,
we
but
will
you
close
were
out
with
that.
the different
Yeah, I
dude.
was totally different.
Different dude.
Yeah.
We
Listen.
don't have to hear the Wingstop story.
She
Listen.
cried over Wingstop. She really wanted the wings.
I
and
did.
She wanted,
It was
what
like 2
called?
days in
Oh,
a
I
row. 2
remember
days.
She wanted
that.
Cold Stone and Wingstop, and she cried because she had to decide. It was a whole thing. But go ahead.
It was a whole thing. I did.
I do remember
literally boohoo cried.
over
Oh,
Wingstop.
Wingstop.
Go ahead, baby.
It be like that. Chicken good.
So
I don't like chicken though. So
In this conversation with my dad, he said, you go on Facebook and you tell everybody, and this is when I unfriended him from Facebook, you tell everybody everything and da-da-da. I said, I do not tell Facebook everything. I tell Facebook what I want them to know.
Facts.
The people in my life know everything. The people who call me
Period.
know everything. The
As
people
they
who ask
should.
questions know everything.
Period.
Yo, you tell your mama, I talk to my mama because I call her and she call me.
That's how
When I call,
talk.
I said, when I call you, your phone off. My phone ain't never been off. You can call me.
That's the other thing.
Number
too.
ain't
That's
never
the other thing too.
changed.
As a, I don't.
Number ain't changed.
I don't like the entitled feeling that because my
Just 'cause
dad
you-
deals with that. My dad deals with, well, Chris called me and Chris, why don't you?
I ain't her, sis.
Did you call me? Did you? But also with that, you know, every beck and call, she's there.
Look,
but I can't
be me.
physically be that.
Not that
Can't be
person.
me.
You.
Your sister
My
always
dad
does
is like that
something.
too. My dad is like that too. Like, because he can only call, we can't call him clearly. But if my sister don't do what he wants him to do, her to do, or whatever, he'll call me. I'm thinking like, oh, my dad calling. He'll be, oh, so what your sister ain't do what she was supposed to do, or your sister didn't answer when I called her.
Y'all have them problems. Guess what? I'm the only motherfucker that popped up out of them balls. Still can't get nothing from them. But that's okay. Because in that conversation, I said, you know what's crazy? I'm the only motherfucker that used to be in your balls, B. And guess what? I can get the time of fucking day. I am generalized. I am everybody. Everybody do this. Everybody. I'm not fucking everybody. I used to live in your balls. I'm the only motherfucker walking this earth.
That's you.
That's you, my nigga.
Fact.
And I can't get you to show up to a baby shower for my kids, a birthday party for my kids. You conveniently forget, but then you be like, you'll call me randomly. Oh yeah, I went on a field trip with such and such kid today. Fuck, I care about them for. I literally told them, don't call me and tell me about none of that woman's kids, cause I don't give a fuck. I do not care. This is not a race. I'm not racing with none of them, cause honestly, they not in the same lane.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
And it's like, you want me to be like, I feel like in a sense, he wants me to beg for his attention. And it's like, I'm not gonna do that. That's just whack. Like, that's
No.
I'm me. Like,
Because
nigga, you should
again,
wanna
thing.
be
And that's the same
with me.
Yep, that's how I feel about myself. That's how I feel about my children. If it's not a genuine want
Stay away.
to be here, please stay away.
Go away. I will
Please
never
stay
And I
force
told
my
him,
children on anybody.
Please,
Who
I will never force my
And
children
this is
on.
what
I
set
will
him
leave
off.
the door open. I will leave the door open.
For sure.
No,
I will
no.
leave the door open. No. I will leave. We got differences, but I will leave the door open. But I will never force my children on anyone, and I will never force myself onto anyone
I
who does
told
not
him.
want to genuinely. Be
I
there.
said,
No,
don't
with
worry.
that, I'll leave the door open, but once you go out, it's locked.
Oh,
I
I
said-
will not
that is
have
true.
that goddamn yo-yo.
I
effect
said-
That is true. Yep.
Don't worry.
Yep.
You
Yes,
won't
thank you.
have to worry about wondering if they're up waiting for you because you've given them false promises. Because one, you
Never.
won't,
Never.
You won't.
and two, we good over here.
Javor said you
They
shouldn't
got
have
grandparents.
to chase your parents.
You should not
Period.
have to take the period.
You shouldn't have to.
I told him, I said, I got 2 kids, not 3. Barb raised you. I'm going to raise them. You don't have to worry about raising me. I'm good, love. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Yep.
I'm not, for why? I'm amazing. I'm a fucking amazing, B.
Period.
And if you don't want to be there, that's fine. See you when I see you.
I'm not
If
amazing
I see
despite
you.
of you. I'm amazing despite you. I'm
Yep.
amazing.
And that's the
See you when I see
thing.
you.
That is the thing. That's one of the things that we probably should end on this because we've been going for a real long
Well, let me
time.
read
But
this.
what's that?
At this point in life, what, if possible, can be done to rectify the situation? Therapy. Lots of
Facts.
therapy.
Facts.
And in therapy, I have tried to be open-minded. But you know what I found out? It's going to take more therapy.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay,
But
shout out
that's
to
the
my job for free
I
therapy.
do want to say this real
But
quick too. Shout out to Tillman. He sent me this podcast. It's an Oprah podcast. She had someone named Michael, whatever the hell his name was. He had 3 names. But
Okay.
and what he was
We'll
talking about
post it.
is being a victim. And he said
Yep.
being of looking through victim eyes. And I have never felt something so damn real because he gave a story about himself. Like he was at the airport where the case was and saw a cop looking at him. He like, damn, what I do to him? Why he on me like that? But it turns out the cops, they were just like, listen, you changed me and my wife's life. We were looking at you to make sure that you were who we thought you were.
Yeah.
But he said we end up hugging and talking. He said, here I was thinking that they coming at me or I'm about to be bothered. But really, I was surrounded by love. So that's the thing about being a victim. A lot of these parents, they pretend to be victims because you can't admit what you've done.
Yes.
The wreckage that you caused or whatever the case is. And even us as women, that's people. in general, we have to not be victims.
Yeah.
Do not victimize yourself or your situation with everyone else, because once you look at something through the eyes of a victim, you completely miss what it actually is.
Yeah.
And he also says something that I completely identify with. You do not see what you describe, you are describing what you see. I'm sorry, you're not describing what you see, you are seeing what you describe.
That is
So
true.
speak nothing but
Speak
positivity, life,
I'm so
love,
big on
Been saying that.
in all of your life.
I've been
Happiness.
saying this for years. Kim don't tell you she love you to death. For what? She love you to life.
I love you to life.
I love you
Yes.
to life. She been saying this since I've known this girl.
And I've been telling them to shut up too. Anytime they say anything negative
Shut
about
up.
themselves, I'm
Shut
like,
up,
Shut
shut
up.
up, shut up, shut up. That's not even
Nope,
it.
nope, nope,
Because
nope,
you are
nope.
this, you are this, you are a conqueror, you
You
are a
are
warrior.
powerful.
This
You are.
one here, if you ever feel down on yourself, call Kim.
Call Kim.
And you know
Don't
what?
call me, I'm gonna
One
laugh.
day-
I'm making fun of you.
One
I'm
day
like,
I randomly
dang, you
felt it in
said
my
it.
soul, and I called Kim just fucking randomly, and I go, Kim, you're a good mom. You are an excellent mother. You do what you
I
need to for
remember
those
that.
girls, and they are looking at you, and they are proud.
And this one, I broke down crying because that morning I was really down.
She was
I
going through it. I
needed it.
had no idea. I
No
had talked
clue.
to Kim for like 2 weeks.
And this is why you keep a solid group of friends around you.
Keep some solid bitches, bro.
We ain't nothing else, we solid.
Solid.
Period.
Like a rock.
We might not always get along. We might not always
Not
agree.
at all.
But at the end of the
You
day,
don't
when
want
we
people
need each
that always agree
other,
with you.
right.
Siri, ain't nobody asking you to understand.
Shut up.
But-
Siri ain't got no damn friends.
But at the end of the day, when you need somebody,
Oh, what if Siri and Galaxy are star-crossed lovers?
Alexa.
This will be the end.
They
We will
gay.
see y'all next week. We love you.
Thank you guys. Catch you next week.